And by the way, the Jet pick from Wardell, we should see that for actually the rest of this best of 3. So it'll just be a bit of a different perspective here. See how Wardell has been feeling throughout this week, what has unlocked a lot of his success outside of Ascent and Haven. I mean, he's gotten perfect so far on any agent outside of Jet. He's currently 2-0 on Bind. He's currently 3-0 on Icebox, 3-0 on Fracture.
Yeah, and as we head into this first map, I think expectations for these two teams, again, for the Nation, I think building up to this qualification game wasn't a lot to go off of, especially for Stewie 2K, who is coming off of a content creation tenure where we watch his streams, we know, okay, this guy's good, we know what he's been able to do. Now he comes into the competitive scene, and he has played lights out, a top 10 initiator. He's going to be super exciting to watch out for, but I think for BreakThru, it's expectations, especially for Brock and a Proto, who from that X-Ghost roster are the only 2 left out of the direct invitational spot into Split 1, where the M80 roster consisting of the remaining 3 of that Ghost roster, they have themselves a direct spot there. So for them, it's a matchup. Can they make it through?
And it's been in the middle of a run where they haven't faced a single former VCT pro. Not a single person from their level before. So they're trying to make it back to that level. But now they finally have some more even competition. Team BreakThru, the Nation, starting off a bit slow here on Fracture.
And this was a little bit different, right, from the Nation. Typically, their pistol round is going to be an aggressive look towards A main, but instead they play 3 players towards this B site, and Sim looking to make this entry as Op Academy Wardell as Ghost Academy this time around.
Yeah, an awkward angle from Wardell. Takes down Sim. Backs out immediately. That's the good one and done. But through the cage, a lot of damage onto the player going into tower. But Wardell gets yet another kill. Finally, the trades go back. But again, still a couple of players trying to push out through smoke. There's Playa holding onto the cross. It's a crossfire with a Proto in the middle of sight. I thought we were about to get the big breakthrough from Brock, but instead, it's the 2K at the end to give it to BreakThru.
Yeah, really nice recovery there from Team BreakThru, crunching in towards tower, where Wardell, he's in a nice angle, gets a nice 3K, but unfortunately, I think given his position, couldn't offer too much support to the rest of his teammates in tower, and all it takes, a single fault line, catching both those players stunned, a Proto's there to pressure alongside Brock. A pistol win rate for Team BreakThru, who will want the momentum, starting them early off, but I think for the Nation, at least, it's about mediating this pressure and, of course, keeping things calm. They're a team that's really good at recovering these second rounds, and I think they have pretty interesting stats, or not stats, strats when it comes to these bonuses, or these anti-ecos.
Well, stats and strats, right? Because Wardell, he has one of the highest headshot percentages in the tournament, and he starts it off with a bang. Just a one and done with a smoke immediately after. It's going to be BreakThru. I'm going to shift back towards the B side, but there's only one here.
Yeah. BreakThru will approach this B site, but I mean, they lose one player, and when you have a team that has so many star-studded players that have all been on T1 teams, and speaking of T1, Brax, wow, former T1 player is eventually going to go down, as he is on low HP. But for BreakThru, nice easy spike plant, keeping things nice and calm. I think for the Nation now, it's about, okay, this next round, what are we looking for? As you just want a little bit more damage done to the economy of Team BreakThru, which would be nice.
Yeah, absolutely. BreakThru, 2 players left.
Jackass.
Go through, okay. 5 for thief, but a lot of money has already been taken away. 3 guns gone. Another one.
Brax!
With the defuse going in. That is just a round for the Nation out of nowhere. Brax snacks down the 2 for a thrifty.
Well, all right then, Brax. I think Brax is one of the most entertaining players to watch purely because of how snappy and how clean his aim is. And in a game like Valorant, where aim can sometimes be all you need, that's what it is there. Brax, the beautiful Sheriff 4K, kicked off by Wardell's 1 entry frag. 2 first kills for the Nation, and they will convert this 5v4 on their eco. A full buyback has reset Team BreakThru, and a fast play, it looks already. The knife in the fault line to try and kick things off. This is a BreakThru look where they want to get Sim in towards tower.
They have Tig in there, but yeah. There goes the aftershock. They might be able to at least get something over towards tower. They actually get the spike up there. Tig in the middle of the cage, trying to survive, but Sim finally comes up from behind. Good play from BreakThru. They have sight.
Yeah, full control there. Again, that similar aftershock and that fault line combination that we saw in the pistol round gives them that control, but a full line as well. A nade from Wardell. And a showstopper puts down 2 and gives back the advantage to the Nation.
So Wardell pulling it all the way back. There's only 2 players remaining. Team BreakThru with no spike down. And they still have to shift over to that side of sight to get the spike. It's pretty much lost. 55 seconds left. There goes Brock trying to swing out. But now it's a 1v3. Flya has no idea where any of the other 2 players are. Only spots Rossi trying to go the other way. And out goes Stewie, the Nation. Shutting down what was a potential for a bit of an upset there. BreakThru, they had the SMGs.
Yeah, really nice recovery, especially losing kind of take almost immediately early on in that round. And, I mean, Brax tries to save him with a cage, but I think the Nation are going to slowly realize that, okay, Team BreakThru, that's 3 rounds in a row where they've just been so easily able to run through the B site. I think changes will have to be made. Granted, this is a round where it's a little bit more calm, a little bit more tame, and Flya in that one-on-one clutch, or that 1v4 clutch, not able to get much done. And Nation, a nice soft and easy start. Stewie, again, one of the top 10 initiators in this event, is going to solo look towards Dish, where he will be instantly forced off.
They take full Dish control, grab orb. They're already out of there.
Cage triggered.
Nation are a team that are so good at kind of layering utility, and especially in these anti-eco rounds. One of the highlight things, and I think something that Tig has kind of drilled into them from his tenure in the VCT last year, is that, I mean, they were so good at playing slow and layering their utility that they have so much util for these post rounds. And you saw that, I think, in the last one, where Wardell still has a nade, he's got a showstopper, still a fault line to keep the spike from going down. Yeah, again, they've layered their util pretty well here. Wardell taking that first contact, and with 40 seconds left, I mean, Team BreakThru, it's a last-second shuffle here over towards the B site.
Yeah, that was just in hopes of pulling a rotation, but it's not happening. There's 2 players here for the Nation.
Gunner.
And they're both on site. They both have to cross 2. They have to swing right into them. And Tig easily getting 2, but the SMG runs out of ammo! And that's the even bigger shot. Brock snipes down Brax. Now we have an even 3v3 for the post plant, and it's a fast rotation.
I think things look scary here. Oh, never mind. Brock is going to get removed.
Way!
In a nice wallbang. Flya on such low HP already. Wardell has an idea, but hasn't gone for the finish.
Cross. Thief peeking in.
Do the jack.
Get 1 or 2 players off the cross. The crossfire goes down. The Thief grabs 1, still alive, and has ulti. Has ulti now. Defuse goes in. Wardell's going to have to come off. No half defuse.
They heard that.
Time is ticking down. Thief coming out through tower. Wardell peeks in with a flash. A late combo. Well done from the TSM boys.
Yeah, I feel like we're seeing already this kind of lack of tower control, like I mentioned earlier in this round, and the way that the Nation are trying to deal with this B site is they're putting a lot of emphasis on Tig's ability to play around his smokes, but when you have Team BreakThru that are so clinical and so quick in setting Sim up to get entries, that rounds where it's kind of just a half buy, they can be dangerous as well. And for the Nation, they just barely scraped through with 2 extra rifles. So for this rifle round, it's going to be critical BreakThru finally have, well, unironically, their breakthrough in this first half to keep their economy afloat and to start to kind of shut down the Nation. We're working with 3 ultimates here as well for Team BreakThru, and 1 just major one for the Nation in terms of that orbital strike.
Look at this shift from the Nation. 4 players on the A side, and that's where BreakThru are.
Yeah, that fast on's going to see nothing towards Arcade. It's a 2-2 split here as well. And Brax is already good for 1. A Proto, someone that's been so good, just shut down instantly.
And all the info is there. Wardell around the corner, going to be able to get 1. The trigger discipline isn't there for a second, but here comes the rest of the crossfire. There's 3 players here on site, and Flya still somehow able to get 2 out of that, and Brax has to hide behind a smoke.
Tig!
1 player coming up from behind, and it's Tig with 2. Thief now once again in a 1v3, and it's going to go all the way down. Shots through the smoke, shots through boxes. The Nation holding on strong.
And that's a confident read from the Nation. Wardell sitting in that corner, I think he makes the right decision in terms of taking down Sim, so Sim doesn't have any space on that site, right? You talked about trigger discipline, but I think it's a smart call for Wardell to say, okay, I see a mid blast back. I need to remove this player from this incident. Yeah, you see it here. That orbital strike forces him in, allows Tig to slip in through. I think the noise as well, there's a slight gap between the door and the orbital strike that allows him to go on through, and the Nation not fully resetting Team BreakThru just yet, still working with those 3 ultimates as they approach this B site fast, and it looks like a full retake setup already. Nation have gotten aggressive towards A main.
Yeah, the Fade still has util, still has Trips on side for shots through smoke.
Stewie.
There it is. Stewie looking for information, but the ulti doesn't actually come out. That would have been all the information in the world there for Stewie, but it's going to come in a little bit late. Here comes Wardell from behind, and Brock takes down two flankers. Rossi was still there, but that equalizes things down to a 3v3. Well done from Brock.
Talk themselves up and towards tower of Proto. If there's one thing a Proto is known for, it is his share of it, but it's not enough here. Leapt into the hands of Brax. A lovely rolling thunder.
The ping pong.
And that might just be the round. Flya, once again, left in a clutch.
I mean, you see Brax on the flank, right? You just tell him to wait and you pull out the rolling thunder. Like I said, it's a ping pong. You knock one towards one side and all of them are gone when they're come back. 3v1. Flya has no actual angle here, no pixel. He's dead. The Nation, a 5th round back now. Team BreakThru. They haven't really seen a full stable round in terms of their economy, and they know it. This is such a strong start for the Nation.
Yeah. And already Wardell is hot and raring to go. He wakes up, what, 30 minutes? A little, like an hour before this match. And he's already 8-5 to kick it off. For BreakThru. No money here, so it's the Nation's turn to continue to build up ultimates. You know, ego frag, if you will, is an early aggressive look down towards B. But I think this lovely start for the Nation. And you can see, this is a team that is full of confidence. One thing that you watch back in their matchup against the Silk Road is they ego swing, man. It's 3 kind of huge personalities. Brax, Wardell, and Stewie. And all have confidence, and they have chemistry dating all the way back to the beginning of Valorant.
Strong individual talent. But in this case, all the individuals are combining as BreakThru. Finally converging onto A. There's 4 people here for the Nation. Here with a crossfire. Flya is able to take down one of them, but Rossi from up top. A couple headshots too. Good shots. Rossi again! Taking down a 3rd. It's light frags, considering the fact that it's pistols, but Rossi.
Listen, a Proto is known for a sheriff. Let's see. I predict at least 3 here. And then it's Stewie, who's on low HP, he's the last guy alive. A Proto's got this.
Oh yeah. It's his whole brand. He has to.
30 seconds
Oh,
left.
maybe not. Maybe not.
Gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. They called him out entirely.
That's not ready. We're not getting the message.
And it's Rossi. A 4K to close out the round.
Right there.
It's at a hot start already. Wardell will pick up the operator. And I think what we're seeing from the Nation is, again, full confidence. I mean, Wardell takes an ego swing against a Stinger. Rossi then after takes another ego swing. Even though I think, he had a fault line. He could have definitely fault lined towards Dish where he knew a player was, but instead says, I'll take the ego swing. And it will be the Nation who now have the operator in their hand and BreakThru. This is a critical round in the sense that this half kind of pulls away from you
wait a moment.
if you're not able to pull this one.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
reset
we're
yourself
already
again,
6-1,
and
right?
the Nation is at 7.
This round already decides if they come out with a disadvantage in the next half. I mean, of course, they'll be down to an eco too, so it just starts to slip.
And
But there goes the rotation, but it might catch a Proto.
I don't think a Proto was ready for it. I mean, he has a trip there. But Wardell again, they're playing very passive. Off of the B site, and well, you try and cross with no util. It's a bullet that will take one away. An instant 5v4 for the Nation, and it will be Stu 2K looking for a little bit of chip damage. But you have a triple flank coming as Sim tries to get in.
And they split. Good split. Neither one of the two gets hit. The Nation run away back into their spawn. The Showstopper misses, but BreakThru, they have full control of sight. 4 players here. Here comes yet another Showstopper, though, going right into the smoke. Okay, no, that wasn't actually a kill from the Showstopper, but it's still a kill in general. Stewie 2K coming back with the trade onto a Proto. Still, BreakThru, control of sight. 2 players here. They're looking to peek. Thief goes out with a dry peek. Tig takes him down, and it's only 1. Brock is all the way down 6 feet under, and it's going to be a 7-1 scoreline for the Nation.
Yeah, such a massive fault line coming out from Rossi to support both Stewie and Wardell.
Right here.
As they know that there's pressure from that Showstopper coming in towards
doubts.
spawn.
We're
The
ready.
fault line slows things down, and like you said, the split between Wardell and Stewie gives them an opportunity, and it will be a timeout coming out from Team BreakThru. I think this is, again, last round, we talked about it, a critical round from the pickup, but everything's kind of slip out of their hands. And for the Nation, not much to worry about. Now that the op is in the hands of Wardell, it's another issue for Team BreakThru to kind of sort through.
Oh boy. This story is starting to become a bit deja vu now with the Nation. I mean, what have their... I mean, have they dropped any double-digit maps?
No.
In the last 3 days?
No, and it's scary, especially on Fracture, one of their best maps, 3-0. And again, we said it earlier, the max amount of rounds that a team has gotten them is 5. In Team BreakThru, this is the map they elect to pick into them.
Losing. It's the most possible one. And the Nation, I mean, we saw it yesterday on a map where they could be challenged, Haven. Well, they did. It was solid. It was a sweep from the Silk Road. But it almost looks like either you sweep the Nation or you get swept, because the other map that we ended up seeing being close between the Nation and Silk Road was a 13-4. The Nation, at this point, if all goes the way that we've seen before, it should just be a clean ending to this. But again, BreakThru, they've had a very good week on this map.
Yeah, and I mean, we've seen both sides of the Nation, though. BreakThru, like you said, good week, but I mean, the Nation have just had the best of weeks here. Wardell back on the op. A nice early haunt gets sent deep in towards Tree, which will kind of give confidence to Wardell that this is where they're coming. And when an Eagle this big challenges, you're bound to find something, but nothing. I think there's an instant response fault line back and a light tag. Great nade to slow things down, and even better ultimate from Tig!
The orbital strike sweeps them all! Thief is down to 5 HP, but that's it!
A fault line orbital strike combination off of the nade, it feeds straight into it. I mean, this is the Nation. Again, this was a clout team people touted them as. But this is the coordination. And when you have someone as dedicated to putting a roster like this, like Stewie2K, you know that this is a team that's going to have the util coordination. And I mean, you've got what already? Tig and Rossi, to some of the smartest players coming out of the Tier 2 scene. And two of the most influential North American FPS players, alongside the most, I would say, influential outside of maybe Tarek. It's a recipe for any team. It's disaster. And the Nation, that's what they are to BreakThru.
I'm sure once BreakThru starts winning rounds, we'll have like a speech like that for them.
We'll flip it back. We'll flip it back. BreakThru suddenly are the
we'll
gods.
have something long-winded for them.
Right.
But for now, we can sing the praises of the Nation as BreakThru.
10 seconds
At this point, just trying to save up the rifle. Thief ended up getting one out of that. But Nation, the rest of this half seems sort of scripted at this point. Thief with 5 HP, however. And we'll take down 2 people at the very end and actually able to save up the gun. Still has the ulti too. Now we're on to the next BreakThru. Their cash were completely broken without heading onto a single site.
Yeah, we've been sitting on this KO ultimate for quite some time. I'm waiting. I mean, I remember like 5 rounds ago, these were the exact 3 ultimates that I highlighted.
Yeah.
No, 5 rounds ago, these were the exact 3 ultimates I highlighted. No command hasn't been used. Neural Theft, I'll give some leeway. Can't really be used unless you get a kill, and they really haven't had too many of those. But the Nation have switched up the setup. Wardell is going to take an op, and it's an aggressive look inside this time towards Arcade, but it's a little bit faster here from Team BreakThru.
It's fast in a round where the Nation didn't have a defensive setup ready, and Brax still scrambling, able to get 1 out of it, but again, it's pistols alongside the SMG. Rossi around the corner, he does scramble for 2, and that leaves the rest of the round pretty possible for the Nation.
That's going to give a Rolling Thunder here to Rossi as well. Yeah, it's possible as well for Team BreakThru. An orbital strike to play with. And it's Thief and Brock. Brock already pushing in for 1, and again, highlight player, standout man, has got to come up big once more.
Okay, how do they isolate Dish here? Brock still fighting. But Thief, now in a 1v3, has the post-plant util, but he's stuck in the middle of site. He's stuck on top. He's just playing perched. He's gonna be able to at least get some damage on 1, but it was...
I'm so confused how the boom bot got him.
Explode.
Did it not go underneath sight, and it ended up killing him?
What?
No button.
Okay, 9-1. It was a 3v1. The kill was bound to happen, but the fact that it was a boom bot, that's...
Yeah. That is the 4th plant finally for Team BreakThru. Granted, no successful post plants.
I know.
But they're getting there. And it's on kind of a lighter buy, so success in the form of faster tempo.
Did it go from the bottom stair? Yeah, it flew.
That goes there.
Okay.
Listen, there's Op Academy, there's Boombot Academy apparently.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boombot Academy, you gotta take lessons. And OPAC,
Oh no.
Op Academy back at it again. Will finally
The
get
nade
shut
almost
down
comes
with an
out.
ult command, and I think he's, yeah, there will be forced reposition here. And a full retake here for the Nation, as they do have their own role.
Wardell can
to
do
play
something.
with.
Indeed, Wardell does more than something. He gets the big kill with Brax
Right here.
crossed up and getting a second.
Oh, the
Gonna be able to
finish,
get
the
that
finish.
revive. I was gonna say, yeah, they get the revive off, but no. Rossi through the smoke, able to take it down.
Rolling Thunder has been used, and a Proto tucked in this corner. Finally cleared out by taking it. Will put Brock to try and come up massive again in a 1 versus 4 on 4 HP.
He's running. Ooh, with 4 HP, I feel
Not
like
enough.
he goes back into main there. He's gotta have a chance. But the Nation continue their streak of dominance. It's 10-1, still with another round left in the half to extend that lead. But that was one of the closer ones. That was one of the more chaotic
Last
takes that we
round
finally
before the
seen from
switch.
BreakThru, making the Nation scramble, but nothing still.
Yep, they're 6th plant now. I forgot to count the pistol when I was talking about the stat earlier. They're 6th plant. Not a single one has been successful outside of the pistol, and even then, that was off of kills alone. They really didn't even need the spike plant.
That goes there.
A scrappy last round
Goes
by,
there.
and
This should do.
I think that we're looking at this in a sense that how does the second map go? Because when Wardell apparently gets more than an hour of time, or more than 30 minutes to wake up before a match, it's already rough givings for this BreakThru side. And Wardell, no contact, has gotten aggressive. This is a different look. This is the first time he's up towards B main.
Oh, but look at the slip. The Cypher's through. Wardell hasn't seen any pixel just yet, so I'm not going to call the Cypher to stay here on the crossfire. But Brax is playing anti-flash too. All he needs is the call out from Wardell. And that should be a kill or two. And not only that, but players coming out from Arcade. Wardell spotting them too. Brax with a big opportunity just to get that neural theft in. And indeed he does. All the information going back towards the side of the Nation. And BreakThru, once again, haven't stepped onto site yet.
Still a man disadvantage, and Stewie already looking for the spray off of the C's. Not going to find a connection. Swag gets back to full HP. A flash on through, but it's Sim that goes down, and Rossi was there for Anti. It's as simple as that, and we're looking at the second half with nothing more than the Nation in the lead. 11-1 at halftime.
Switching
And
sides.
Team BreakThru, they're nowhere near in this equation.
I have no words really, because I mean that last round BreakThru, they were doing everything in their power to not let something like the Brax lurk happen. They were clearing every angle, they were taking everything slow, and in that attempt of just, you know, holding it back, trying to see what cheeky things BreakThru are doing, they ended, or yeah, you know, the cheeky things that the Nation were doing, they ended up getting exposed themselves. What on earth happened there? 11-1. Not a single round really going linearly towards the Nation's favor. It's just been sweep after sweep.
And it's everything that Nation have done right. Tig coming online, Wardell there as well with the op. And of course the big man Rossi.
Bring them down.
Still time to recover, I guess, for Team BreakThru, and it starts most definitely here with the pistol. And this is a common Nation setup, a 4 or 5 man push straight into A main.
Ooh.
Nearly caught off guard, and Stewie not affected by the stun, does find one.
Yeah, the fall line gets 4 of them, and it works out for Brock. Brock getting 3 kills out of it, but there's still 2. One in the middle of sight. A Proto's in the perfect spot to try to stop this if the spike even goes through.
Proto, first contact is good with headshots, but not good enough. It's low HP on Brax and
Rotation's
Wardell.
coming.
Triggered.
And fly up, not too far off, but it will be the spike plant here. No wallbang ability, but all it takes is a single bullet in both of their
Spike
bodies.
planted.
Extremely low HP on both. Gust of Wind should do it. No crossfire! No crossfire! Should be able to isolate the raise, but I have no idea where the Cypher is! Not anymore. The knife goes out. The Cypher's
he's
rushing.
low.
Could he
He
come up
thinks
from
he's close.
behind? Wardell!
All the way
No idea,
around.
But the flank is in, but the 180 was almost so good. Brax, barely with any time, takes down Flya. Continues the streak, but BreakThru, that was almost their chance to ironically break through.
Yeah, and it's a stunning fault line from Brock that puts him and sets him up for 3. Almost perfectly. And Brax, and
That's
that one-on-one, I love kind of the brain of this guy. Instead of going for the most common angle where he knows Flya is facing,
He walked the whole time.
right, elects to wrap all the way around towards his back, where Flya just has got, he's just completely blind to the idea. And well, I mean, that pistol round, I think we can both agree,
Good.
necessary for a win. Might
Wait.
just be the end of them.
Uh-oh. The spike might get rushed. The spike is getting rushed. Ross is able to get 2 out of it. Not too bad. I think that might have stopped it, but BreakThru. They needed a bit of a cheeky play to get themselves back into this game. It didn't happen, though. It was close.
As much as I don't mind it, I think instantly the nation recognized a fast play towards top side. He'll flip the map. Quick take of A main control, and Stu spots the body of Roller. Is down, another one to go.
Reloading.
And there it is. 13-1 as the nation absolutely dominate here on map 1. And they are now 1 map away from qualifying into split 1.
Yeah, there's really no other word for it other than dominant. They had a 13-0 yesterday. They continue the streak with a 13-1. And again, this is their first game against actual VCT opponents, against players who have actually had tenure in the top flight of North American Valorant. And we are seeing them continue their streak of dominance. I mean, the nation, if before we already weren't just intimidated just by the lineup, but we were still calling them a clout team, we have to give them respect now.
Yeah, I mean, this felt like a breeze coming out of the side of the nation, and it's ironic that I say that because the breeze is now out of the map pool for the next update. But the nation, 13-1, I mean, it feels like that's as easy I can get for the nation in terms of map. And I mean, this was a strong map. Granted, it was the BreakThru's map pick, and so there are worries going into Haven, but we have discussed it. It was a map that has shown that, well, there are weaknesses to the nation in the sense of their map pool. They did lose to the Silk Road yesterday, 13-7, so an opportunity still for BreakThru. But again, this map felt a little bit too easy. And speaking of easy, you want to shop online, let me tell you something that is super easy. Check out eBay, one of our sponsors. Want to give a huge shout out to them. And of course, we've got more coming your way. Valorant on here on the main channel. It's map number 2 coming up after the break.
To some, this is nothing more than cardboard and ink. But to those who know, these are precious metals, rare gems, a full set it took 15 years to complete. Low-pop rookies, hypnotizing hollows, one of only a handful in the universe, or an heirloom to look after for the next generation. No matter what you collect, raw or graded, to have and to hold, or to crush your opponents with, what matters is that it's real. Introducing eBay's Authenticity Guarantee for trading cards. Our third-party authenticators inspect every detail of your card and compare it to the listing to make sure it's the real deal or no deal, because we know just how much your collection means to you.
Finally, you can stay in control of your thumbsticks. Natural evolution gave the Gecko its amazingly strong grip. Our multi-patented SetX technology duplicates the microstructured fibers on a gecko's foot for a revolutionary new way to get a grip on game controller thumbsticks. Like a gecko's foot, the thousands of microstructures on each SetX anti-slip thumbstick grip provide high friction to the skin surface for a secure, comfortable grip, even when sweaty, giving you a competitive advantage. Stay in control with the secure and comfortable grip of SetX thumbstick grips. Inspired by nature, perfected by science.
A 13-1 clear from the nation there on Fracture. My name is Sele, joined here with Upmind, and we are talking about our game on stream, the nation versus Team BreakThru. And it was a sweep. Like, let's be completely honest. There's not much to talk about besides the nation. And I don't know if we got a replay package. I don't know what's going on. But all I know is Wardell woke up an hour before the match and he decided to go nuclear.
Yeah, Fracture we expected to be very close. We expected that Fracture would be the closest possible map between these two teams. If you just look at the stats, if you've seen which maps they've lost and won on, that was supposed to be the most competitive. And I don't know what to say. The nation, they've had multiple tests in the last few days, and they've passed them all with flying colors. This Silk Road, the toughest team thus far in their run, they ended up beating them 13-0. And then they finally face up against a team with actual VCT representatives, with players that they played against before, and they 13-1 them. So, I mean, where else do we go at this point? We got to move on to Haven, and we have to see if BreakThru can even do anything against these guys.
Look, we both knew this was going to be a really difficult matchup for Team BreakThru, but honestly, I didn't think it'd be this difficult. I mean, like we said, this was like the first test that they're ever going to have. The run so far, as you mentioned, haven't gone against any ex-VCT players in the sense that they've played in the main closed qualifier or the main league. So this was the big test, right? You're going up against one of the most iconic North American players of all time. You're going up against Take and Rossi, two of the most formidable players on their respective rosters. So we come into it now and it's like, wow, 13-1 is mind-blowing. Given the fact that that's also BreakThru's map pick, I think there's more to say here for Haven than there is Fracture, simply because Fracture, we expected more, but Haven, we expect a little bit less from the nation. Why? Because they lost the Silk Road 13-7. So there's expectations now for BreakThru. Granted, it's not their map pick to, you know, at least maybe get more than one round against them.
Yeah, and we actually have a bit of an issue going on with both of these teams.
Really?
We haven't seen full defensive sides from either one of these teams, except for the very first day where we ended up seeing the nation play like seed 256, right? Well, since then we've only seen about 15 rounds of defense. They've only won 5 of them. So it just hasn't been a good going on the Haven defensive side for the nation. And BreakThru, they're not through either. They haven't been having the most perfect time, but I mean, they didn't have too much of a challenge. They ended up playing Cosmic Divide and Zero Latency. They ended up playing about 7 rounds on that side, and they ended up winning most of them, but it was because they ended up winning Pistol. So we don't really know what the extent is of their defensive sides. So Haven should be a little bit more of a question mark, if not more competitive for us.
Yeah, I mean, we're heading into the second map, but I think from the main takeaways from that last map is that Brock still performed. He put up decent numbers. He went 10-13. So for BreakThru, it's okay. A question of can Brock like bring it back, essentially. And I used the BR pun, a little bit of alliteration. But we're hoping that Brock stands up, performs the best that he can, especially with Sim, who went 1-14 last map. Did not have a good showing. Went 1-7 the first kill, first death department. It was actually Team BreakThru that lost 2-5 versus 4. So right now, it's confidence, ego for the nation, and now on a map that is their map pick, a map they looked expertly confident on before their loss to the Silk Road. There's a lot to say here for both of these teams, but I think the nation, we could be looking at a possible 2-0 in my opinion.
Ooh, we could.
Bold? Is that bold? Is that bold? I don't know.
I mean, we just could, because you mentioned one of the most pivotal parts of their attacking side, and the attacking side that has been almost perfect so far. Sim having a 1-13, 1-14 day. He was having 5 first kills on the attacking side of Haven. He is incredibly important to the opening side of this team, and if he's not fragging, then this team simply isn't succeeding. Where, again, they haven't had a lot of success on D.
Yeah, and I mean, we look at these compositions, no changes again. There's not really much to be changed, I believe, between these two teams. KJ for Brax, kind of the major switch up from the last map where he was playing Cypher, but I think Cypher is a little bit more applicable to this team of the nation when it comes to getting aggressive, getting map control. But here on Haven, their attacking side is where they start. The defensive side is where they struggled, though. So we're going to be looking at this attacking side to get a nice cushion, right? You want as many rounds as you can, given the fact that their defense isn't the best. And for the side of BreakThru, it's okay. We need to shut down this attack. We know their defense is weak. We saw the game yesterday that they played. They went 0-8 in the 8 rounds that they played on the defensive side that the Silk Road were able to take in a row. So for BreakThru, it's shut down this attack and pivot to that second half and bring us to that third map.
Listen, their attack side versus the Silk Road, it was split. But have y'all been watching Dark Ratio recently? Dark Ratio going into this tournament was one of the top 3 seeds, was one of the shoo-ins to make it in to the next phase of challengers. And they destroyed them on the attacking side of Haven, 11-1. So, okay, the Nation, they are strong. BreakThru, we haven't seen much from them on their defensive side. This is their biggest test yet. Can we even see a third map? Can we even see that potential? We'll already see that potential from this first half.
It was BreakThru that took the first pistol round of that first map. There was a glimmer of hope. That was the one round they actually picked up.
The one!
So we're hoping that this isn't the only round they pick up. But this is a different look for BreakThru. It looks like a direct counter. The Nation, last time they played, typically go towards this A side, but it's a direct mid-contact with breach fault lines ready to split. I think it comes down to Stewie, who's coming from his mid side instead. No contact, no util.
They just back out. They're just going to use it as a bit of defensive utility. Or even a retake. Again, look at this crossfire. They know that there's at least 2 players here.
They sit. Boombot went out towards A. They didn't see anyone. So for now, Team BreakThru.
They're playing for 1v1s.
Yeah. I mean, they're playing a very quick rotate towards either side with these 3 players in the middle. Brax, I think, did actually spot Sim. So that does pull one player over. That forces Sim off the angle, and now there needs to be extra additional help here on the A site.
It pulled a lot, actually. It's pulling 2. The breach is going all the way over towards A. We're getting up in mid.
A decent recon bolt, though, does clear. And this looks like a wrap here. There's a full line already primed for A Link, and that's where they want to go. But Wardell is looking to fight the backside.
Wardell full flash, but Tig comes in and takes down Thief. Wardell's still alive.
Stewie.
They still have a lot to deal with. Brock coming in with utility, and you still have almost full breach utility to make their way back into the site.
Stewie!
They haven't spotted him! A Proto! That 180 is insane! Brax in a 1v3 now. They have no idea where he is. He pops out in a Proto! The reactions from a Proto making that round happen for BreakThru.
An unbelievable 180 from a Proto. I mean, last map was 6 and 13. And this time around, he's already 2 kills off of that. 4K for a Proto. And a quick shutdown. Very quick reaction. And it looked like Nation wanted to wrap that A site, but that paranoia coming out from backside forced them to fight there to try and commit to that. So the Nation, a late B hit doesn't work out, and it will be BreakThru, who I think now with the 5 Spectres are going to try and just build up their confidence, especially coming off that last map, Gus.
Yeah, but look at the setup that they're trying to do here. We've seen a lot of fast setups from BreakThru, but this one's a bit weirder. It's the fault line in, but no one's actually peeking with it.
It's a Nation slowly revealing their hand. I mean, this is a typical default that we have seen, but yeah, BreakThru. 3-player stack, and I think, again, reiterating the fact that we're coming off that last map where there's not a lot of confidence. I think this is a perfect round to build up that ego. Because you're going up against a Nation that I felt in that last map took a lot of ego swings.
Absolutely.
Just really dumb swings that actually ended up working out purely because they're feeling it. And I think for Team BreakThru, that's going to be a key thing here, is building up that confidence again, reestablishing that you are a team to contend with, and one that a lot of people banked on would qualify just off this first qualifier.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to build up that confidence, but it's very, very easy to lose it. The Nation could easily get humbled with the first gun round they get. But we already get a big opportunity for the Nation. It's a plant. Wait, what is that? Did the Sova not spot the Omen? What is going on A? What is going on here on A? What just happened? The optic, there's a player through. The Omen's coming in. Take us through. I think a player is disconnected. The flank's coming in perfectly. Fly in for the defuse, but the Omen is here. The Omen swings, takes down the defuser, but it's still a 1v3. Brax through the smoke. Doesn't spot the defuser, but the defuse stops, delaying even more time off the turret. Big shot from Brax, and the round is over. The Sova is disconnected. The Nation winning an eco over BreakThru again.
Hiko? Question mark? On the opposite side of the map? I don't know what's going on. I think he did DC.
He did DC.
Free clutch for Brax, the Nation. Oh, they go wild, Brock. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Brock DC'd. I don't know if we're going to replay that round.
Well, if there was damage, we'll see.
I don't, yeah. So we're definitely going on attack pause. Maybe. Maybe not. Never mind.
Okay, we are. Yeah, welcome back, everyone.
Yeah, Brock.
We only went through 2 rounds. A lot of
before we had a
action.
tech pause.
But from what we said in the first map, I think we can almost literally apply it here for the second map too, because we just got the same results.
Yeah, I feel as though that if Brock was there, he might have killed. He might have killed Yeoman. He might have killed Tig. I don't know.
He might have 100,000% killed
Yeah,
him.
like classic versus a Spectre. I think Brock might have had him. So I think we are going to do a tech pause to solve out Brock's issues.
Yep.
But while we have this moment, how's everyone's day? How we doing?
I'm chilling. I mean, I woke up today. I went to the bathroom, did what people do in the bathroom, and
We don't need to
I
know
think like a minute or two after I'm out of the bathroom, you call me to do VOD review.
Yeah.
I've been VOD reviewing literally all day. So I've just been watching Valorant, and hopefully y'all are watching too, because we have a lot more action going on too. There's 3 side streams as we here for our tech pause. And actually, our tech pause is done, so come back, please. Come back. I know you're looking up the URL. Right now, we're going to the other tab. Come back.
So we're not replaying the round. It's actually going to be 1-1 for the nation. Does that affect? Maybe. Brock is going to early on, or Brax is going to shut down Sim out towards A long. Not something that happens too often. I mean, he beats the smoke, the default smoke that the nation typically throw. One that Tig throws to deny info. He beats out it, goes to the peak, and gets the free kill.
There goes the first fly. Was looking for a cheeky peek out towards mid.
Brock's redemption. Brock's redemption is here. Going AFK in the last, costing his team the round. His Spectre is getting 5.
And he walks away, though. The nation, full control of mid, full control of A, as far as BreakThru knows it. But the nation have completely stopped. Cutting off noise, 50 seconds left. You still have a proto, maybe looking for a contact peek.
Yeah, he's just dancing around, I think. For Team BreakThru, they're uneasy. They're unaware. Confidence not built up in that last round, unfortunately, and we said it. That was the round where you need to build that confidence. But Brock going AFK, I don't know how much this dims the morals of the unbreakable morale of BreakThru, but we will see. As Brax does spot one, a free plant here in the nation, and yeah, I think BreakThru shrugged off these past couple rounds, tried to come back unless, Brock was his redemption.
We've seen some miracle rounds, ones that we didn't really see formulating until the last kill really went down, and here we are. Some damage going back onto the nation. 2 players down to red, but it doesn't matter. The nation survive again. All good. The guns will come back into BreakThru's hands into the next round for a more competitive round, but the nation are back in the lead again.
Yeah, full rifles back, and this is the round that really kind of sets the tone for the rest of this map. Don't want to repeat a fracture where the pistol round goes your way, and then the rest is just 11 straight in a row from the nation. And BreakThru with their rifles. Granted, lesser armor from with Brock and Sim. This is the nation posting up to take a fast play towards C. There is an assist ability, though, for BreakThru. Fault line from Flat can slow things down, but it comes again to the shoulders. Thief alone on the site right now. And a walk down from BreakThru towards mid. They're not.
They're committing to it, so no fast rotation. It's only going to be the man on site, backing up, potentially playing retake. It's in Devo what's happening. Thief backs on out. It's going to be all 5 versus all 5.
Aftershock. Util's going to hold back this spike plan, so they're on their door, BreakThru. Now, how fast do they get in? Paranoia is available already. Here it comes. There's a Util and Wardell up top.
Wardell finally drops in. How does Wardell get 2 there? The trade might come back onto Thief, but Thief is still alive. 71 HP, playing up pretty much in a 1v4. Jumps up of both players on site. 3-1 back for the nation, but BreakThru, they were essentially scrambling to take down Wardell.
On top of the box as well. Just a slight angle change with a high-low setup on a CT swing. You don't typically expect that if you're a defender swinging in through spawn. You don't expect to have to play a high-low angle, but Wardell getting that vantage point and a huge 2-piece to give his team that instant 5v3 advantage. I think that was the key moment there, and Team BreakThru have reset the nation once more. Confidence, again, or apologies, nation have reset BreakThru, and confidence for BreakThru, again, we need to talk about it. 13-1, now it's a 3-1 off of a DC. It has to feel abysmal from their side.
And from one of the most important players on their team, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Brock, who has been feeling himself entirely throughout the last few days. I mean, surely that breaks something mentally, but we just got to get back into it, right?
Yeah.
Surely as the players are. 2 players peeking out from short to potentially get a bit of this information, but the nation And I feel like they're going to do this for the rest of this half. They are completely dictating the pace of the round. Slowing things down, just trying to play for contacts.
A slow peel away as Brock, the man you were mentioning, just tucked in that corner. And for BreakThru now, you need these star players, especially if you can win a round like this. Imagine how much of a morale boost that will be in a proto.
Uh-oh.
You gotta hope he gets at least one, but unfortunately he doesn't get anything there. And so that's an open C site. I think BreakThru. I don't want to say you need a timeout now, because truthfully, it's an unlucky circumstance where, yeah, Brock is kind of AFK. You really can't do much about it. But I mean, this is, you kind of just, I feel like you need a moment to just breathe.
Yep.
And this is definitely a moment where you're thinking about it, especially prepping for that next round where you will have full rifles. Not going to say call a timeout, but it is a good moment too.
It's a mental timeout moment, but in terms of the actual mechanics of it, you don't really see a lot of the common points early on for the Nation. I feel like Nation are just playing this anti-eco style currently.
And I think it may have just been that round where they take things a little bit slower, but now they're posted up fully for an A take. We'll more than likely see that deep smoke come in, or at times take TPs across. Wardell goes for the swing, and they might try and beat them to this, given the fact that there is a really early fault line going towards short. Now it's out towards long. They might actually swing this without the smoke. Never mind.
Fault line goes in, but the smoke comes out too. They're going to have a lot of space to work with here, but it'll be some time.
Yeah, they want that really early control here, and Team BreakThru have to respect it. They have to put players here. There's a rolling thunder, which is an even bigger threat, and why BreakThru commits these 3 players with Flya in close proximity to play with that fault line. But similar to that last round, Nation cut noise. And this time around, because BreakThru finally have rifles, you don't see a proto deep in towards C-Long. So they're not even fully confident they can make this rotate.
I mean, I was going to say, Sim playing that contact so aggressively. I mean, you could already see the setup. The showstopper, ready and raring to go in the pocket of Sim. Gets that first contact, especially here on A where everything's tight. Should be able to get 1 or 2 there, but here comes the Rolling Thunder. Here comes the setup. Sim pulls out the Rolling Thunder, or not the Rolling Thunder, the showstopper very early, but falls into a molly, and it's off target too. Here comes finally the take. Sim unstunned, but Rossi gets 2 out of that. Brock in the back of sight, not able to get a trade. These smokes should dissipate, though. Flya is waiting for a 50-50, but it won't happen. BreakThru looking for a retake.
You still have the Hunter's Fury already. Stewie's posted back. Aftershock here ready as well. Forcing the back even further. That paranoia. A complete waste of it now on a proto. Up top in heaven looking for anything.
There goes a TP from Tig. Now there's only one in the back of sight.
Hello?
Now there's only one in general. 3 players going down in an instant. There goes, oh no, the Hunter's Fury. It won't get the kill, and it might just be it. The retake from BreakThru has finally worked, and it'll end up in a defuse, but Stewie continues to get the frags, and that'll just be it. BreakThru with a 2nd round.
And it's a great entry from the Nation into that site. And with no util, BreakThru get on through into the site. A double swing from Thief and Flya, clearing under heaven and taking isolated 1v1s. You look back in this replay, no one is playing together. Take 1v1, an instant 1v1 as well here from Rossi. I mean, nobody on the Nation is peeking with each other, and that's a great opportunity for BreakThru to build back momentum. But those final kills that Stewie gets, there is no money left over for them. And they're approaching once again this A site when they have a lockdown in their pocket.
Momentum might have been taken away from them, but if they win, it doesn't really matter. The Nation, they pull up once again with a bit of attention over towards A, but that's all it is. Just a contact. Pull up the smoke so they have no idea where you are. Might force some util out of them, but it forces them away for a rotation. What is this?
Brax loves to lurk here. He can shine, but Sim breaks his neck and takes him down. Now it's just an exit here on A. No trip over towards long. A quiet walk up. And they're willing to give it.
We still have a cam
With
with a smoke behind
well.
too. Proto almost able to do something with it, but it's definitely the information they needed, but they already see the spike. The Nation, not a lot of post-plant util to use. Rossi is going to be the big proponent of this. Rolling Thunder's already ready.
The 2 players are playing off-site, but one of them gets caught in it.
Sim of the front line, not able to do
Rossi?
The impact of the util from Rossi finally comes up big, and Stewie, the tap on the Flya, breaks him down, and now there's only one left. Brock trying to run away from the recon, and it actually works out. He's not behind the smoke. He finally goes up to try to take down Wardell, but Stewie repositions perfectly to play the 2v1, and Stewie pulls out the round for the Nation at the end.
And somehow, again, the Nation, I don't know how Rossi does it, how he gets two. One's off the aftershock, and well, again, Util is layered perfectly. I think the aftershock catches one as they're running through spawn. And I mean, the Nation predicted both Stewie and Wardell playing off-site to avoid it, to instantly come back to help their team. Tig, I think, made a TP as well, which broke the neck of some of these BreakThru players. So much going down in that round to confuse BreakThru. And whatever momentum they had has just been, again, swept from underneath their feet. Another eco.
Right here.
And this round is so dicey, Gus. This is a must-win round for BreakThru, where things, again, similar to that first map. If Nation win this round and they win it confidently, I feel things will just, again, begin to peel away from BreakThru. From
here, at least, right? But BreakThru still very much have a bye. It's like the last round. They came out with a W, but their economy was incredibly low. It's the same scenario, but now they have some different bodies. This is better. A 3-man, pretty much a 4-man crossfire here on the seaside. They got the contact. How much can they actually get, though? There goes the smoke in the front side, but the Rolling Thunder alongside the dash that gets them all the control in the world. And now they're trying to sweep the rest of the site one by one. Wardell is doing all the sweeping. Tig comes out to try to get the trade, and it works out onto Thief. Slow and steady wins the race. The Nation with a massively important take onto BreakThru. 3-4 people on this side of the map that could have crossfired. It doesn't work. The Nation cleanly make it out.
And they're still working with two ultimates. It's just such a clean exec again. With just the one ultimate they had from the 3 in their pocket. Wardell, who I think given the KD, looks like he is just... This looks like he's woken up 30 minutes before the match. But he's been impactful. His entry, his sightline breaking in that round specifically. And the Nation follow up nice and cleanly behind them. With these two ultimates, I think BreakThru, they're going to have to try and contest an early Hunters who attacks 3 players, or 2 players at that.
In the rush.
But no kills.
No, Sim. He has no idea that there are 3 people hugged up on that wall, but he doesn't want to fight the other 2, clearly. Sim is in a great position, though, but the Owl Drone's going to be able to clear it, right? Clearing out one end.
Say
Brock
swear
looking
it
to
doesn't.
break it. Oh! Literally at the very last second, Sim gets spotted. Brock still able to get a kill. Sim might be able to run away. Indeed, BreakThru. They come out from a very heavy investment into Long with a kill.
A nice nade to slow things down so they don't get overwhelmed there. And now you can see they're anticipating a lockdown in towards short. Fault line already here. Rossi. He has the first contact. Wardell, low HP. Tig, not too far off of that HP.
No way they expect this corner, though.
And are they trying to force him out of B? Maybe make a fake hit and try and drag one? Well, there's dragged one. And Brock, an expert in these angles, finds 3. And that's Team BreakThru coming back here with a 3rd.
It needed something cheeky like that angle to make it work, but BreakThru, I mean, at the very beginning of the round, it pretty much stunted anything that the Nation were trying to do. They were trying to at least get some quick short control, some quick long control. Didn't get it. Brax was forced to lurk out mid, do something crazy in terms of the lockdown, and they got shut down. Yeah,
it's a change of pace from the Nation, or from Team BreakThru, and I think that's the big thing, is that they're getting aggressive, and they might do it here again.
Repeat it?
Maybe thinking that aggression earlier wards the Nation off of this kind of play, but it doesn't. Early play out towards here, Garage, and a fault line combo. That just catches Brax. That even caught me off guard. I wasn't even looking towards there.
Strong. That's just the one. Nation is left back once again. And another default, but this one's weird.
They're trying to funnel. Very weird. They're trying to funnel. That one showstopper is trying to funnel these players back in towards A. Where again, heavy hitter Brock is standing.
No. Brock. I mean, what Tig wants is for Brock to walk in, right? But Rossi. Oh no, Rossi's gonna get spotted.
Spike down A.
Spike down the rotation. It's pretty much already here. They have a breach around the corner too. Tig very close. Brock didn't expect it whatsoever. 2 in the back of sight, but they're backing out immediately for a retake.
Got a tag. No, Stewie doesn't catch anything. Might have gone one, but no. Very close to Wardell. In moments like this, he's the man you're looking out for to make an opportunity, but Sim shuts him down for a 2v4.
Wait, Tig with the TP back over the board. Long going to be able to play a 2v4 their teammate, but Flya, if I'm not mistaken, just collat headshotted both Stewie and Tig to finish off the round. The lineup works out for them. Team breakthrough. A couple rounds on the board. The Nation, they're not free just yet. 2 rounds left in the half, and it could lead breakthrough for that tie.
Again, this was a Nation that had been utterly dominant on their offensive side, and the defense is where they struggle. So not done just yet here for breakthrough, and yeah, fault line combo, something they haven't done, a really big change. As they want to get aggressive. Once again, it looks like that's going to be similar. A fault line early to keep them off, and it looks like Nation, this is the first time they're not approaching A main. They back away instead.
Is it going to be fast from the Nation? No, they just want to
shut
take
down.
Cautionary take mid, but Sim with the fast play long does take down the one. And again, it's Brax and KJ Utsil. Good for just the lurk, but in terms of the take, we don't really see much of that potential gone.
And this is the confidence that we're seeing from Team Breakthrough. You lose a big lurk in Brax, and that's going to allow a 4-man stack towards the B and C side of the map.
Oh my gosh, and you still have the breach here, and you still have the race towards the side of side of the map.
Fault line in the aftershock for if there's a C plant or even if there's a B plant. Looking to break, I think, a tripwire there, Stewie, or maybe a little bit deeper to try and find damage. I've got no idea.
Maybe. I would hope Util. I would hope just
Cam
trying to keep the players on B, maybe.
does get caught out. Wardell can make a dash. There's nothing slowing them down here. As the fault line will actually catch a Proto in the middle of sight, but
Just the paranoia
Fly is
stopped
here
them.
as well, and Proto there to swing. A great hold from Team Breakthrough. Will pivot Nation back towards the B site. And where are Breakthrough? They're right here.
Yeah, Breakthrough over-rotated. They don't have a crossfire actually in on site. They're breaking through the smoke. Sim is here. The rotation's going in. They're trying to go all the way over towards A. They're doing a marathon, and Sim is catching them. Wardell needs to get the spike back. Needs to take down 2 more players around the corner. Dashing away. 15 seconds left. Needs to fight for the lurk.
Stewie?
The lurk is coming in. The
Where's
flank is coming in.
Stewie?
Stewie, they need the spike. Thief is too good. The 180. To cap off the round, the time was running out. It was starting to get intense for the Nation. They needed that spot, and Thief shut it down.
And these last 3 rounds, they have been a sweep from Team Breakthrough. Playing extremely well, and Coach Miniker now needs a word in for the Nation. They know this is the map that they've struggled on, and we're still seeing repeat mistakes from the Nation. Getting caught in rotations like this. Losing that A main control, and you can see pings on the map. I think this is the positioning. We need to fight for A main. We have to get that control, because that round pivots off of that control, allowing Breakthrough to play 4 towards B and C. And that's confidence. Sim starting to get online. Brock starting to come online. A Proto anchoring that C site to perfection. If this is a Team Breakthrough that comes online in this second half, yes, they've done it finally in map 2. We still have a game on our hands, and the Nation aren't clear out of it just yet.
Oh yeah, the Nation, let me remind y'all, the last time they played the defensive side of this map, they went down 0-8. And the rest of their stats aren't exactly that great either. They're 5-9. The rest of the maps they played here on Haven, on the defensive side, Breakthrough, they've done the work essentially needed to give them a chance on that site. But we still have another round to go to see if they could tie things up.
And it's such a scrappy buy coming out from the Nation. Wardell is down to a judge. Stinger here for Tig. Granted, Wardell does have jet knives. But I can see the way already. Team Breakthrough, they're adjusting. This is a different setup. They're playing off of this Hunter's Fury. But they're going to use it early. They want the early contact. They might get a free kill. As down goes Rossi. Another heavy hitter from the Nation is gone.
Oh my god, look at this trip setup. This is so cheeky. A Proto in the middle of his own cage. There goes the dash. Wardell through. They have no idea. A Proto still hasn't spotted anyone. He's out of the cage now. No one has hit the trips. There goes the TP. A Proto able to get one, but finally goes out the trade. In short, is smoked off too. What a hold from Breakthrough so far. Still 2 players remaining. They might have heard Brax.
My gosh.
They absolutely heard him. Brax is eviscerated, and now it's a 1v4. Stewie has nowhere to go. He's over and long. He gets flashed too. Breakthrough. What happened in the last few rounds? What happened in this half? They are back at it. It's a 6-6 half.
This is the team that everybody wanted to see,
Switching sides.
right? I think everyone expected, okay, BreakThru.
One enemy
A
remaining.
lot of people had them on the list to instantly qualify off the first open qualifiers. That first map was just a shell of themselves. On their map pick, they were getting dominated. And now they're back in it here at 6-6 on map number 2. Confidence is back 100%. They're feeling it now. Sim is starting to heat up. He's making plays like that blast pack shows up. We saw blast pack out towards
Twice,
long.
2 rounds in a row.
This is the confidence that Team BreakThru needed. Now on the attacking side, 0-8 the Nation were yesterday against the Silk Road. Team BreakThru have found their moment of respite and now have to close it out.
By the way, that 0-8 comes after the Nation won the first half. It's even now. The confidence levels, they're back to neutral.
And
There's
they're
the help
split.
out the Nation. Do they play safer? Here comes the play over towards Garage. There's one just hiding here, just hiding. The Owl Drone doesn't go through. No information out, though.
And for a team like the Nation that typically like to stack a site, they're playing default here. They don't want to give up one site, and they're not
is
confident in
this?
their retake ability.
What is
Stewie
going
2K, Stewie, Sim is in the back, and this is what we're talking about.
What
Unrelenting
is
confidence to make a flank.
What is this? What? Sim comes up from behind and just takes down the 1. There's 4 players remaining, though. The Nation, a lot more work to do, and they take down 2 in terms of Faya and Sim. So there you go. Job's not done. 2 more in Link. The Paranoia comes out at the perfect time. They could cut it down to 2 more. The jumping right clicks. This is a tough battle. The Nation, they just have Brax
Big
distracting
frag.
at this point. They still have 2 other players, but a Proto is the one saving the
Trade.
sights. Tig comes up from behind and takes down a Proto. Brock in a 1v2, protecting the spike, playing around the Rosie. Doesn't nail the right click, but might have played enough time. Indeed, they have. Tig going for the defuse. Not going to be able to get it.
Big man Brock gives the pistol to Team BreakThru, and momentum continues to swing back. The roll into the A site. And I mean, I already know Stewie's comms are, what the heck, he's in heaven. How is he in heaven? And Nation, Nico here for them, and Stewie, who's been playing, I mean, exceptionally well, right? 17-9. It feels like his impact frags, he's always one of the last players alive. Granted, in those last player situations, he never clutches. 0-18 on clutches going into this match.
Oh my word.
And hasn't found much success in that department. So the Nation, they're just gonna run it down here and BreakThru. I think this is just an eco farm. No AFK Brock this time. Stay away.
One enemy remaining.
There goes Rossi. Taking one back. A BreakThru. What we've seen from them on this map, it's finally something. It's finally a bit more ground, just in terms of the round, just in terms of the kill. But I mean, it's probably what we would have seen on Fracture. The team was looking really good off of the pistol round. In terms of the strats, nothing really stopped throughout that first half. BreakThru, only some rounds under their belt. A lead now going into the rest of the second half. A gun round in front of them. How much further can that confidence go?
At 8-6, the rifles come back in favor of the Nation. I think while Stewie has been a shining player alongside Rossi, who has been consistent through both of these maps, it's woesome from Ordell and Brax, both who top frag the server together in the last map.
Yep.
That was at the very bottom. So yeah, again, Nation, Stewie looks good, BreakThru look good. The 2 players that performed last map are nowhere to be seen here.
Oh, Hunter's Fury, 2 rounds in. And surely they didn't expect it to get pulled out. The fault line reveals Rossi, but Rossi isn't dead. Instead, might be able to help out back A, but a lot of util clears everything out.
It's going to be a full retake here from the Nation. Hunter Syria to force them back in Sim. This is what you want from your star fragger, and he's going to get close to the cubby. I think they don't clear him.
And he's fine, though. Around the corner where they expect someone to be anyways. Sim goes back for the swing. Stewie 2K gets exposed, and yet another one goes down. How does Sim get 2 there? Brock sweeps up the rest. Same thing with Thief. But BreakThru. I mean, how many rounds have they won in a row? It's been almost 8. No, it's 7 rounds in a row. 8 out of the last 10 going in their favor. The Nation back to SMGs, back to pistols. I mean, it's a complete opposite from the first map, Sully.
And it has just been falling apart. piece by piece for the nation. You're allowing Sim again to just ramp up his ego. There again, he takes an ego swing straight into spawn. And now Nation.
He's gonna do it again.
3 stingers. Let's see what they got for us. Sim again going for more. Just wants, you know, free kills. 2 now off the showstopper. Smoke to fall. I don't know if it was intentionally thrown high.
Yeah.
Might have been, I think, allowed to a second. If Brax wanted to go for a jiggle peek. But
with all of this play over towards C, by the way, this has given Nation space to take A long, play a cheeky spot back into B that nobody's spotted just yet. BreakThru, they don't have a lot of confident places to go to right now.
I think that's fine with the rifles that they have and the way they've been playing. And a rework back towards C. I think probably the smarter call, noting the fact that, like you said, not a lot of space to play within those 2 smokes.
Good fake.
That sells the fake, and well, you have to be worried about Garage, so it's not going to be full instant re-clear, but that is control for BreakThru, and yeah, they're playing smart here. Rossi up close, might want this rifle. We know what he can do, but Thief, again, BreakThru are here with the trades. They're fighting so many great opportunities, and they're coming alive at the very end.
As the breach is running away, immediately Thief is there, and Brock just lines up 3. It's so easy for BreakThru. The headshots are lining up for them. The rounds are lining up for them. Double digits. An unfamiliar sight for the nation.
And this is what we wanted from Team BreakThru. To have Brock finally coming alive, to have Sim not too far behind. Again, 2 players we highlighted. Someone that got shut down by Wardell last map has now shut down Wardell. And Brock got the lesser of our head-to-head. Has now finally come back to life here in the nation. Rifles picked up, and it's the op finally for Wardell. The first time in this map. And it's
the only time any team has taken away double digits, by the way, from the nation. It's just maps being won.
My ult is ready.
BreakThru.
I have the spike.
They just fight for orb. It's yet another slow start where they almost force the nation to come towards them. And it almost works out. Wardell almost with the first pick.
This default from BreakThru has ended at C twice now. As Karaz get caught off guard, not quick enough to spin around. There's the ult to try and help him out.
Oh, Rossi!
Rossi to the rescue, gets 1.
Rossi has to get a whole lot more, and there's only 1 here on site. Playing around his Thief, and Thief shifts around perfectly to try to get Rossi. And how does Flya get behind Tig? Tig not checking his corners and might not have checked a smoke. And the round is just done, I think. Nation in a 2v4, there's no way they want to try this. They still have guns to save up 2. It's going to be 11-6.
And in such a critical round as well. BreakThru finding 11, forcing a save out of the nation's hands, knowing that if they don't come out of this with these 2 rifles, you're going to have to force if you don't want to play for overtime. You're going to have to save if you're willing to try to win 6 rounds in a row. Wardell adjusting alongside Stewie, who's the one with the op this time around, and now they will be able to walk away with these 2 rifles, but Team BreakThru, they have money. They might want to hunt, and
oh yeah,
if the nation don't get away with these rifles, you might just spell disaster here, and Stewie can't go down.
Yeah, he knows it. A proto. How does he take Stewie down to 50 HP there through the wall? Tough, but that's not the whole story. BreakThru. With 1 more round, essentially, Nation will be down in the dumps in terms of economy in the next if they lose this one.
Placing sentry.
And it'll put BreakThru on to 12, where Nation
Alarm bot out.
will not have anything, like you said. So this is as big of a round as it gets for the Nation to keep themselves alive in map number 2. We would trade maps here if BreakThru are able to close this out. And by the way things are looking, they certainly will here. Wardell electing to take the TP out. He should know where he is, but Thief goes unchecked, and Rossi in the corner. Doesn't get looked. A quick look from a proto, not enough. It's Sim out from the smoke. This Tig as he goes down.
There goes a Hunter's Fury to at least take back 1, and that could have done a lot more damage, but only picks up 1 more.
Flank from
Wardell,
Rossi.
Alongside 3 more, but yeah.
They push him to spawn.
No way. What is this weird setup? The Nation have 2. Flya has no idea. Do they have any idea about the man in heaven? It doesn't matter. Rossi still gets the kill onto Brock. I mean, the element of surprise, the element of mystery works out for the nation, I guess.
This to stay afloat for another round. Still not out of the waters just yet. Not enough cash really to say that, yeah, a loss here, you can confidently buy into the next. I think it's about building that cash flow back up, building the momentum up, and that round was perfect. Great ultimate coming out from Stewie. Positioning from Wardell as well to get out, get back, and play with his operator. And BreakThru. Posted now here towards mid. It's an early dart and a great look here from the nation to get this early A main control, which will allow them to play a little bit more confidently. And that paranoia reaching the depths of mid to force 2 players off.
They find Spike too, but that doesn't really matter. Could have just been the contact from BreakThru, but still, they get a lot of information. They're doubling back in the garage. There's a lot of util.
And Wardell's in the backside as well. He's got full log control. And these players in garage need to come up with something. Still Brax around the corner on logs. Take Q to assist, and it's Nation.
They're delaying for the
their
lurk.
opponents trapped in the middle of garage now.
Proto's up mid, trying to see if anyone's
Oh,
shifting
so
over.
fast.
Sim just goes on out with a satchel, able to get down one. Wardell with a dash, almost able to get into yet another 1v1, but Sim, a big round from Sim, might just drag his team on to 12.
It's a
but
Proto.
Brax in the back, they have no idea. Brax gonna be able to get the 1. Can he get the 2nd? Brock trying to swing, but could be able to just save and go back with his teammate. Indeed he will. Stewie's still in garage, and Brock takes him down. It's a 2v1.
And a Proto has just been lurking this whole round. He
30
knows.
seconds left.
He knew where Stewie was going. And Brax has been so quiet this game. Coming off of that last map, it's a 1v2. To keep Team BreakThru off of 12. And all he has is a turret and his rifle, but he might have a lineup, he might have 2, he might have 1. Doesn't get anything, it's a dink. Instead,
The
onto a
damage.
Proto. The cage, he sits in it. Now he's got the time, and they might have think he just entered. The
Enemy
dart
remaining.
does tag, but he still gets one.
go back, he can go
Brax
back.
for the swing, and it's not enough as a Proto finds him through the wall. And BreakThru have broken on to 12,
Match
and Nation have to get 5 in a row.
26 HP left on a Proto. This goes here. I mean, that had to be it. I mean, BreakThru struggling so much to find a gap, struggling to make it out of garage, struggling to make it out of mid. If there's ever a round for the nation to take back, it would be that one. Just didn't happen. Good redirects from BreakThru, and now we have the nation trying to do something crazy.
And there's a lockdown here for Brax to play with. He's going to post up towards mid. Not a lot of control towards garage, so I'm curious where he wants to take it. Most likely towards this A site. And so many factors building in this round. A Rolling Thunder available for Team BreakThru. And just Tig in the back. He hasn't been great. He has been good, though. And he needs
Can
a
get
little
anything
extra.
here.
1. There's enough.
Yep, gonna be able to use a smoke, hopefully shift around. The recon bolt still finds him. No more here on C. Brax
they know
is shifting. Brax
Sim
might
is
get caught
up?
from behind.
Hello?
Sim is known for this. The lockdown is all there. Sim doesn't even get the kill, just takes down the lockdown. The site is still very much in the hands of BreakThru.
And they will all funnel back towards long. They're playing for this plant. And
What's
they're
the
all watching
util though
flank.
for this?
It's just a spam, it looks like, and Wardell, he's got knives out, one way on the spike as well. There's no smoke to cover this up, so they have to fight here, Team BreakThru. They have to fight with the nation.
Yeah, there goes the swings. Brax, Ross,
And they're doing
it! All getting the frags they need, but again, because it was a Wild West, because everything was empty, it was just bound to be 50-50 draws there. And if you're swinging out one by one there is no way you're taking down either one of those 3 or 4 players.
And to give up 1v1s like that, the nation just capitalizing one after the other. And it's Tig that goes down, so there's no smoke to smoke C long, to smoke the spike, to allow the defuse. You have to fight. And I think there might have been a miscom from BreakThru thinking, okay, let's all swing together or one by one. Maybe someone takes the jiggle. But that's all the nation needed. Now it's just 4 rounds.
Right here.
And BreakThru are starting to run out of cash here. They have the Hunter's Fury and the Rolling Thunder still in their pocket. But we'll see how much they have left in them as the nation have their own Rolling Thunder.
Fault line through. This is the same Hunter's Fury that we saw before, but this time not getting a single thing, and the
Yeah.
rotation is so fast.
Yeah, he looked to punish that Rolling Thunder player. He looked to try and take down Rossi, so there wouldn't be that for the retake. And Brax tucked in this corner again. And a spot, and on the spot.
Oh.
Brax,
They're pointing something.
he hears
They're
it.
pointing towards garage. Are they going to run into Brax? Are they going to peek Brax? Brax lets one through. and only gets the 1 kill. Could it be more? No, it won't. And the rotation is pretty long back over towards B. What?
It's a fake back towards the A site here, and it's just going to be Stewie 2K. Tig does make the TP. He cancels it actually and plays here.
Look at the man in the corner, Tig. Yeah, has canceled the TP, but Stewie, the one and done, could potentially find one. Does find the one on the flyer. Has to get potentially a little more on sight, but can walk away because nobody else was there. The smoke for him to escape. Good teamwork. 3 players now stuck in the middle of site. Plant will go through.
Now you have to question, where is Stewie? The smoke criminal is looking to pounce, as Stewie gets one, looking for a little bit extra. Man in the mirror, the smoke criminal strikes for 1 more. In the nation, saved again with 3 more to go. Team BreakThru.
It is over.
Adjustments on adjustments, and Nation are back in it.
Up to his old tricks. Stewie 2K in the middle of the smoke takes down the all-pivotal showstopper. I mean, that would have at least made it a 3-on-3, but instead, the sweep from Stewie, the comeback here starting for the Nation, and again, only starting. Still have 3 rounds left.
And we still have this rolling thunder that Flya has just been sitting on. But it's Stingers, it's Vandals. And time, again, yes, I said it. Flya just sits on it. I mean, I'm thinking back again to Fracture, he just sits on it. Sits on his KO ult, sits here on the Breach ult. Have to use it. And I think a Stinger buy like this could really make it work, and he's looking to at least get space in a garage. Quick swing back here though for the Nation.
2 players in the back of C. One of them is not known, but a good flash onto Brax. Will they even get Brax? Yeah, they finally will with the Stinger. Stewie's all the way out on his own. On his own. There goes the Stingers, and once again, another 1v1. What are these 1v1s? Rossi going out, trying to stop things. The Rolling Thunder comes in. Thief extremely low. Any one of those bullets would have been able to do it, but Thief somehow survives a 1v2.
And it's one after another they go in. Wardell.
No way, this is the one that BreakThru wins.
Left alone. No Vandal. No rifle in front of him just yet. In the swing. He's quick.
Oh, that's it. That's got to be it. Such low HP. 29 HP left.
I think there's a fault line here available as well for the player long, and Wardell has the tap. He doesn't know. He simply doesn't know.
This?
It's no time. Well played. The Nation, they're gonna go down on time, and they're gonna go down to a sweep from BreakThru. The Nation thought that they were safe, thought that they were good. It was about 6-2, 6-3. And since then, utter dominance from BreakThru.
And at the very end, of all the rounds to win, it had to be an eco. I mean, this felt like it was the Nation through and through, at least in the beginning of that first half, and BreakThru. Brock, he had a moment. He had a moment, he came back. And that was it. I mean, BreakThru, just the minuscule adjustments to finally take a main control on that defensive side, and then there, on their attacking side, to take initiative, to give Sim the confidence. I mean, dude was playing so well throughout that entire first and second half when he started to finally come online. Sim, again, big player, blast back after blast back to exploit openings. He broke down the lockdown on that Brax.
That was what started it.
Had a double showstopper, was able to punish players A-long. I mean, Sim coming online, I think, was a key moment, but Brock as well, finally finding footing with the rest of his team, I think was crucial.
Yeah, and again, we just didn't have any opportunities for BreakThru to be able to stop that. We didn't see any rushes. We didn't see any insane one-off strat to just stop the momentum, to just change something about their play on Fracture, purely because that map just doesn't even allow for that type of play. Haven did, and Sim ended up finding at least a bit of that momentum change to give team at least a bit of that momentum, to give them at least a little bit of that confidence. But Sully, that's map 2. Map 3, I mean, we've been talking about it. It's up in the air. It's Ascent. These 2 teams have barely played that map.
Yeah, I mean, this is a middle ground for both of these sides. 50% win rate alone for Team Nation, 100% win rate for Team BreakThru. Map number 3 is coming just around the corner, so we'll see you after the break.
Yo, check it out. Want to know if the price of those Wave Runners is too good to be true? Or if I Wear My Kicks 49 is truly selling dead stocks? Or if that Jordan 1 Royal Box is original? eBay checks. See that little blue check mark? Behind it is a team of independent authenticators who check. And we mean everything. Every tongue, check. Every toe box, check. Every corner of every box, Check, 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 check. Every logo, every label, every lace loop. Yeah, it's checked. The luster of the leather, the topography on the tags, to the straightness of the stitching on the sole. Everything you can see, and even some things you can't.
Really?
Then they tag them, log them in the system, box them up, and ship them out with no cost for the buyer or seller. eBay checks, so the moment you open that box is as real gets.
Finally, you can stay in control of your thumbsticks. Natural evolution gave the gecko its amazingly strong grip. Our multi-patented SetX technology duplicates the microstructured fibers on a gecko's foot for a revolutionary new way to get a grip on game controller thumbsticks. Like a gecko's foot, the thousands of microstructures on each SetX anti-slip thumbstick grip provide high friction to the skin surface for a secure, comfortable grip, even when sweaty, giving you a competitive advantage. Stay in control with the secure and comfortable grip of SetX thumbstick grips. Inspired by nature, perfected by science.
And in a massive turnaround for Team BreakThru, they end up taking map number 2 off of the Nation. And well, in a 13-9 fashion, it wasn't one that we expected given the fact that, yeah, this is the Nation's map pick. They looked good taking down Dark Ratio. Didn't look the best yesterday, but now we have a map 3 of Ascent. I'm Sully, joined here with Upmine, and we have an exciting best of 3. Again, qualification on the line. Both of these teams, best chance to make it straight into Split 1.
Oh, this is intense now. Ascent being our next map. This leaves us in a bit of a weird spot because, again, we just haven't seen too much Ascent for these two teams, right? We have a 50-50 on one side in terms of only 2 Ascent maps played. We only have 1 Ascent map played on the other side. So, again, this is a very intense map to be played, a very aggressive map. So we're going to have to see a lot more from our duelists. And one of the duelists that we saw in the last game made a huge step up from map 1. It was Sim. What a spark from Sim in the middle of that first half.
Yeah, I think Sim was probably the key player when it came to that victory coming out from BreakThru, right? He was so instrumental when it came to getting those first kills, and especially with those blast backs on the attacking side and defensive side, exploiting little gaps that the side of the Nation had, right? We saw multiple times where he would take a fast and aggressive blast back straight into the face of Brax, into the face of the A main players, and he would be able to punish them. We saw again that Showstar out of Garage, then immediately after follows up with a long blast back to try and shut down Brax as that A player, and then again shuts down Brax again on that second half with the blast back in towards him, breaks that lockdown. So Sim coming online was the key thing for Team BreakThru. But then you look at the Nation, Gus. Stewie stepped up massively, but there was just a shadow with 3 players that could not find anything, and that being Tig, Wardell, and Brax.
Yeah, Tig, Wardell, and Brax. I mean, we had Tig and Wardell on the defensive side where they were playing a lot of first contacts. They just weren't getting anything, weren't getting first kills, weren't getting first deaths. If anything, just immediately backing out or end up getting traded immediately after. It was a tough time for at least those that were considered the first contacts on defense. But I mean, if anything, we ended up already seeing the Nation fall out a little bit over towards that first half where they were on attack. And at that point, you have to start pointing towards players, again, like Wardell, like Stewie, who were trying to go for those first contacts a little more. And again, just not succeeding. It just wasn't any opening success throughout the last like 12 rounds, essentially.
Yeah, no, I think it's from the get-go, right? Wardell, who came off of like 5-0 first kills in that first map, now going -1 and 2. It's a shocking, comparison to how he played in that first map to how he played in the second map. So I think there's a lot to say here for the Nation in terms of, okay, Stewie stepped up massively, but the 3 players that typically need to step up were not there. Again, Tig is kind of a backseat player in the sense that he drops smokes, but now here on Ascent, he's back on the Omen role, one that he didn't have the best performance on. So we need to see him coming to life here, especially on this on this third and final map. And for both teams, no compositional changes. We're not seeing any looks. I would have maybe liked to see Wardell back on the Raze where he had the success on Fracture, but he will stick to the Jet instead. Yeah,
and I was talking about Ascent earlier, by the way. It's only even if you talk about every other day other than the first day, because I don't know. Do we like those first 3 rounds? Was there a lot of competition for these teams throughout the first 3 rounds? I don't know. But when they ended up facing Team Wreckaroo and OR Esports, Sully, they were pushed to the brink. Double overtime against OR, single overtime against triple overtime against OR, double overtime against Team Wreckaroo. I mean, it's just been hard for them. It hasn't been easy. Neither one of these 2 teams have a good time on this map.
Yeah, and for Team BreakThru, I think the last thing they want to do is go to those OTs because that's when pressure builds up. And I think against a team like the Nation that is able to put that pressure on you, it's going to be key that, okay, let's get an early start, which they did in that second map. And I guess they did in the first map, but then they got shut down 11 rounds in a row. But that second map, they get the pistol. Unfortunate circumstance. Brock goes AFK. He's DC'd. And then they swing back later in that first half. So BreakThru. Confidence, morale, out the door. You've got plenty of it as we head into our third and final map of this upper semis qualifying game.
The Nation might have a bit of a gap here on A. It's only the Cypher util. No fast rotates, except for maybe the Jet. and bottom mid, but the Nation, they're up all the way in A. Nobody up cat, nobody up mid, no contacts whatsoever for BreakThru. By the time the Nation are on site, BreakThru, they finally get to moving.
It's Brax again who's playing this lurk that we saw over and over on both Fracture and Haven, where he would play solo, and now he's here again. They look to re-clear, and they get spotted. Brax goes down for a 4-on-5, and Stars littered across the site. That's going to remove back Jenny and remove under Heaven.
Tig. Here comes Tig. Ooh, behind the smoke. He actually somehow gets one out of that. Should have got nothing. Great shot from Wardell. Wardell shifting. Stewie with another big kill. It could be a double swing from behind the box. A Proto and a 1v2. Not able to get the headshots onto Stewie. So close. Just a couple pixels off the forehead, but there is the Nation with an easy sight onto A. The retake not working.
And again, Stewie off to a flying start once more. Brax just getting caught off guard. Again, his solo lurks, they are effective at times, but I don't know. I'm thinking back to that last map, and it does feel that maybe there's some wear and tear, some pressure playing that solo role. I mean, you can be extremely effective, or you could get shut down so fast just off of one double swing flank, and that's what happens there. Brax doesn't find much, and BreakThru. Confidence shouldn't waver whatsoever. I don't think they're going to be worried about this coming round. It's just a formality at this point, but to have themselves, I think, showing in that last round that they are capable of swinging and fighting with these guys, especially Sim, who goes in flying in that round. I'm again, eyes on him to once more perform. But for BreakThru, this is as quiet as it gets. The Nation not really showing too much of a hand in their anti-ecos.
They're trying to make it loud. Double push out towards A main. You still have the contact peek back over in mid, where we did have Brax. We did have the KJ. You might get a whole lot more. The Nation, though, we saw a lot of this throughout the first, or excuse me, throughout the second map. There's this change in pace against the pushing BreakThru. They sense the danger. They're just dragging them towards them.
Yeah, just a light spot. No Sim to really initiate these fights in terms of getting in their face, and
30 seconds left.
Quiet round here for the Nation. 30 seconds left. I think Team BreakThru, once you get
This
those
is
rifles in
tough.
hand, it's going to be, okay, can we
Oh my goodness.
get Sim in a good position? I mean, there's 20 seconds left. You need to go now here. That Paranoia does end up tagging two, but into the face of one.
Down A.
Some good info. They know where one is in the back of sight, but a Proto's looking for something from below the smoke, but he's in a one-way. He's pretty much done for. There's nothing that he can do from this angle. Wardell coming in, does take down Brock. And again, a Proto who's been stuck in cats. The gate, the door closed on him, trying to get into a 1v4, and Wardell shuts him down. Good stuff from Wardell. Good stuff from the Nation. It's what we expected. BreakThru now. We've been saying the word confidence this entire time, and if there's ever a team that works off of it, it's BreakThru, who off of a couple double satchels ended up making the second map happen. Let's see what happens now. On the defensive side, we don't see too many push setups.
Yeah, and Sim is not going to have that op just yet. He really hasn't been playing with it this entire series, so I think this is the map where we will finally see it, where he likes to kind of maneuver around the map, play mid, play back towards A, and anchor the B site alongside his teammate Brock. But no op this time. Set a node in there as Brock is going to look for early contact and info out towards B.
Oh. Brax doesn't get spotted on his lurk, as he usually does.
A base default here for both teams. Nation putting pressure towards mid to kind of keep players hovering around this market area. And BreakThru utilizing Sim Dash to try and find early
It's like
contact
a one-man
towards
default.
A.
Brax just holding W up mid, getting all the contact there against the KO. So a lot more work to do. Brax is on his lonesome, making all the ground in the world for his team. Might get into a 1v1 soon against the Jip, and now here comes the A take. Finally, there's one in the back line, and it's Thief dancing around with the Phantom, able to get two. Knocks down the round here, essentially, for BreakThru. Now there's only one. Brax with an SMG needs to fight it all the way back in a 1v4, make it a 1v3 now.
And Spike
Does
is
he
just
spot the two?
It's in the middle of sight. Should be good for one. No. Reactions are a little bit slow there, and BreakThru able to hold it down. It's Thief in the middle of the site who gets a gravel at the perfect moment as that Paranoia comes through. I think the timing may be a little bit off for the Nation as, right, Paranoia goes in through from Tig, and the dash is just a second too late, and the pushes as well. a second too late, which I think we'll see here in the replay. Yeah, you can see he's alone on site, and those two players are just stuck behind the smoke, and they're funneling out with no entry potential.
Yeah, that smoke just gives them too much space to work with too.
This isn't like this goes here.
Very tough stuff in the Nation where things just break apart, but you still have a lot of utility, a lot of firepower on them. Still more or less the same setup. This time, though, they actually spot the Sova. A big difference in what has been the Nation's setup in the last few rounds.
Yeah, Sim going down, though. He's going to have to relegate himself to a Guardian here. So lesser buy coming through from Team BreakThru. The last round was just the bonus for the Nation. And Liddell walks his way up. That doesn't break the trip. So there's still confidence in this mid-hold right now coming out from Team BreakThru. And Stewie. Drone spots only one, so there's a lack of information here for the Nation. And off of this, I think we're going to work back in towards a B hit, where Brax is, again, seen no one, spotted, heard no pushes. And it's just one trip holding them back, and only 2 players on the site, and Brock has really got no support offered to him from a proto.
No charges.
Let's see what sort of information they can get into the middle of sight, because again, these walls are made out of paper. But Brock with an Odin, able to get one out of this one. Can he get Wardell? No, it's just gonna be the 1v4 here, essentially for a proto waiting. Here comes one, takes down Tig, 2 more over to Ward short, but he might peek stairs first. And indeed he does. It's Stewie that takes him down in a 3v3.
And all 3 players are posted up in the middle of sight. A nano swarm from Brax slows things down in that spawn push, giving them time to clear this last player. But now in a 3-on-3, Angle's taken up, and Brax for 1.
Brax is beautiful. Peeks out immediately when the stairs players come out. And the damage being done chipping away. But it is Sim, 1v2, full HP, has some utility to work with, has a smoke to work with. Peeking Wardell now, gonna be able to take him down, but not a lot of time left. 1v1 against Brax. Brax around the corner, spamming away. Could just swing to get the headshot. Sim looking for half! The bullets whizzing past the forehead of Brax. Almost a chance for Sim to make a career-making play, but instead, 3-1.
And the way that Sim has been playing, you'd bet he finds that headshot. A 40% clutch rate, but not there. In a 1v2, he isolates them both. But Sim, not enough. And this exec from the Nation, a lot cleaner. This kind of default-y pace, a slow style, it's working for them, right? You take space towards mid with that double knife, recon combo, forcing the players in cat to not be able to peek towards mid, allowing that B split to work. And this round for the Nation is about, again, can you replicate that success now that you have rifles in your hand? Wardell, with only 1 player standing, has to go to the knives, and the rest of the team, we're on relegated guns.
This is tough now for BreakThru. They're essentially just letting all of this mid control go by.
A different trip setup. It instead plays for the fact that Wardell is going to make a dash out, or players will run out from market, and that's what they're looking for with that Ares, to be able to wallbang that.
Look how low it is, too. Weird setup for sure, but I don't even know if the Nation wants to execute on to B. And look at the rotation from BreakThru.
Yeah,
in anticipation, there's 4 here.
Camera spots nothing in towards B main, and Stewie,
and the knife is going to catch 2.
Off of the drone, still 45 seconds. This is the game that Nation played last round. Whoa. That same drone went up towards Cat, and you can see the shift back. This was the exact same setup the Nation did in the last one for a B hit.
The contact peak is going to be everything. There's 2 players ready for that rotation.
And now Sim, like you said, ready for the rotation. He's the first contact, nothing there. Doesn't get a shot. Grab ball slows, and Sim struggling.
No! Well, there goes Fly, at least taking 1 back, but the site could have been defended just off of that 1 dash. Takes that all away. The Nation, now with a completely empty A site, they still have a teammate trying to wrap up. Over towards Cat. But all 3 players for Team BreakThru in this one area, in this one Cat spot. Trying to shift back over towards Heaven, but it's tough now.
Rossi just spamming away, doesn't find much. I think this is BreakThru kind of out of it. Tig has made a full wrap. He's gone from Cat to top mid.
Oh no, don't do it.
Back to bottom mid, and he should get 1. Tig will shut him down, and Brax with a singular tap. It's up to Flya. Not enough in the back of Johnny. That's 4-1 for the Nation. Again, slow walk up into this site.
I want to say the ego on Brax to go for a tap there. There you go. There you go. I like it. The confidence is back already. 4-1. But the guns are back on breakthrough. If there's ever a round for them to get wind back into their sails, it's this one.
And an op for Sim. I think this is one of the first times we're seeing it throughout this series.
Yeah, throughout the entire tournament.
Right. He picks up the op more frequently on this defensive side, and actually bests Wardell in the op department, so see if he has it in him to find a first blood. Sim. Stewie, who is now cautious of it. They know they have the money for it, so they're worried that Sim might go for a play like this.
Smoke goes up. Sim is forced to push out, but hasn't used his dash just yet, and it might be the perfect time for him to use it. Wardell, though.
Yeah.
Pulls him in terms of the pick. Sim hasn't used his dash. The Nation have mid, and they took away an insanely pivotal pick.
Yeah, you can see BreakThru have adjusted both of their trips to now be in this mid side. It's an area that the Nation have been exploiting over and over in these past 5 rounds, especially in the last 2.
They prefer double cat instead of having one person on A, one person on cat. BreakThru putting a lot on the fact that Nation are all over mid.
Missed shot from Sim. Creates an opportunity into the B side, but Brock, of course it had to be Brock. Shot dart there as well. Like you said, paper thin is his side. Brock gunned down by Rossi.
That was perfect, but now the Hunter's Fury going in, not able to find too many other picks. But Rossi just shifting through, holding W, able to take down Sim as he's going on in. But here comes Thief! How does a Proto get that kill through the wall? I thought the other one was gonna get it, but here we go. A 1v2 where the spike is down short. Wardell is gonna be able to get it. Doesn't have a lot of utility. Only has updrafts to use. It's 37 HP.
They could swarm him from both sides, but I think it's smart. Take this double peek. Take the double face, and he hears some footsteps. Wardell tagged by 1, but he does get 1. Not expecting the second.
Well
as a Proto catches him through the default box, and well, BreakThru. A lot of missed opportunities, but a huge recovery on this 4 versus 5.
This is finally something for BreakThru. I mean, we thought that things would just go wrong here on the B site. You only had, right, the Sova, who finally breaks things open with the Odin, of all things in B main. But the Nation, for how much they were pulling away rotations just from that cat play, just from that mid play, I thought that could have been it, right?
And there's 5 ultimates now for Team BreakThru to play off of. KO ult, Astro Wall, Hunter's Fury, Knives here for Sim, which is what they were banking on. He's going to give the operator over to Fly so they can still have a full, strong buy. And it's a lot of investments. The money for Team BreakThru is just non-existent after this round if they lose. Nation still have the lockdown, but that's where that Hunter's Fury and where that lockdown come into play, and it's a triple tag. So much damage as Brock finds 2.
BreakThru. They have Nation in the palm of their hands with just 1 fell swoop. 1 ulti. Puts them in the driver's seat. Flya with a pick over towards mid, but it's no actual pick. It's just the contact. The information being spotted over towards B main 2. The knife not catching anything. And not only that, but some information over towards Cat. Sim. 1v1 here against Rossi. Taps Sim away. And Wardell has no chance. Sim stomps on the gas pedal. Takes down the pivotal cat rush. The Nation still maintaining the lead, but the eco is gone.
That's just a huge round from Brock alone. A lovely 2-piece off of this onto Hunter's Fury. He gets 3 tags. I mean, he does so much damage here, and it's just enough for Sim to find 2 more. Shutting down the Nation. Sometimes Hunter's Fury is all you need, and it's off of a deep knife that they've been throwing on B-Link. The contact has been made there. And now Sim to challenge mid once more. He will have, for now, Rossi watching back towards B-Link, so it will give Sim a little bit of space to op here.
A lot of space, really. Can dash back. Ooh, the recon forces him to use that dash, but still, smoke goes away. Still a bit of a chance, but again, do you exactly want to play this out when you're against SMGs, when you're against pistols, when they could just scale up and get real close?
And that's what
especially with that op, Sim. He feels the pressure.
That smoke is exactly what you were mentioning, the scale up. Sheriff. just dancing with it. Tagged a little bit, but it's the Nation that are back up here towards mid, and Sim is...
What? They're still dedicating to
repositioned
3A.
Once a little more, not enough there, and the KO ultimate there to shut down if they want to use this lockdown, but for now, Team BreakThru. Odin still on this B site, and here comes the hit already. Brock, ready to take the wall bangs.
It's only 2 here on B.
I cannot use
It
that.
might just be possible if they go quick. Brock is getting spotted. 16 HP left on Brock. Still has an Odin to use. Still has a chance here. Brack's able to get 2! Able to get 2! 3v3 now. The pistols are starting to work here for the Nation, but time is running out.
Camera taken out.
Might get wall bang, but no one's looking.
Brax
No
has the
one's
ace.
looking the way of Brock and Brax.
Wow.
The Deagle Demon is not enough. The Nation almost had it again. I mean, it was Brax that had the 4K and on Fracture with this Sheriff. But this time, Team BreakThru put an end to it, give him no opportunities. And now, in this round, they've stabilized their economy. The Nation really still not working with too much in terms of
But
their
they save
cash
for a
flow
reason
after
last
this
round.
round, right? They have the lockdown and the KO ultimate, but again, this round is their economy on the line.
Well, this is everything then. They gotta use all of those ultimates. They gotta somehow get their way back into this game. They hold it real slow. They somehow want this mid-entry. Even though they've already put up a smoke, they do not want that 1v1. Sim has been so cheeky in front of that smoke.
Another adjustment from Team BreakThru. No trips now here towards mid.
They
They're
see
going to
the
rely
smoke dissipate, and now
fully
they want to
on
peek?
Sim. They're playing off-site with the Cypher to avoid this KO ultimate so that,
What?
at least for now, Brock has something to work with on this B site. And this is the rare times we're seeing an attacking operator from Wardell. Dodges the shot, and that'll put Sim in just a jump spot position now.
It's going to be an op contact on B. Actually wrapping back towards market. That's actually
I
a
think
better
Brax
idea, but the
is-
Nation, they're going back in A.
He's coming here for the lockdown. Brax, he wants to use it and pop this KO ultimate immediately after, but they're starting to sense it. Brock has elected to take the aggressive peek in towards B main, sees nothing. It allows now Rossi to shift back
KO ulti
over.
first.
No lockdown in this time around as Rossi gets shut down early.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, but very surprising how there's no KO use or KJ ulti. 4 players over towards heaven, and wow, look how deep this ultimate actually is going to be. Can they wallbang it? We'll see. Brax is just gonna try to fight it for his life. 5 players alive after the revive. A Proto trying to come out of cap, but it's not gonna work. Everyone has this go so far away from sight, back towards their spawn, back into deep cat. But the Nation, they don't actually take that control. Is there anyone in heaven? Is there anyone in cat? No, there isn't. They go for the first pick though. There goes Stewie, taking down 1, 3 over towards heaven. It might be 4 with a revive. Thief with a big kill. We're back to fight for BreakThru. A shot from Stewie, but it misses. 1v4 though, with time losing out. Rossi could just do it on his own. Is time away? No, he didn't. He did it all, but couldn't win the round. 5-4 going back towards BreakThru. But that lockdown, Sully, it almost did everything for the Nation.
And they're so fast after the lockdown goes away. BreakThru are just immediately into the site thereafter. And Tig, I got questions because he takes the TP behind the Cosmic Divide and he's really in no spot to support his teammate. I think you'll see it here on the replay. Yeah, Tig is behind this Cosmic Divide and doesn't take any peeks. Allows these players to swing out heaven. There's nobody watching. That Cosmic Divide is what throws the rest of the Nation off their game. Camera up here now, and they're set back to a mid-hold. Trip's there to support Sim as well now.
The early knife. Not able to catch anything. They wanted someone who was getting a first contact close, but I feel like that knife should have gone a bit deeper. With how spread this setup is, the Nation, they're looking for some sort of contact back over towards mid, and they're just playing with the fact that Sim has been so aggressive through that smoke, trying to bait him to peek.
Yeah, Shock breaks the tripwire, so that will commit Sim here now to playing this mid-angle, and these 2 players, that smoke on Cat, they don't know if anyone's walked out on A just yet. Flash gets no contact, no reaction from the Nation.
They might have spotted 2 out of that Alodrome, but I don't know for sure. Even then, the Nation, they're not doing anything with that information currently, just holding on to mid.
Dart
They still have the op to deal with.
Full clears the A site. Rock throwing a dart all the way, Sim. Try to wrist-breaking flick, not enough. Flyer now forced off the angle. It's a punishment from Wardell as he gets in his face. Angle picked up, and it's Thief again alone on the site.
Thief not gonna get spotted, but the wide swing is just better. Double wide swing. Thief had no chance. 2 players remaining here for Team BreakThru, and it's really a contemplation on whether or not they actually want to go through. Owl drone is out, so they can maybe get a kill through the wall, through the floor. Proto just goes out. Dry frag onto 1. Stewie back. Team BreakThru, they had their chances. But the Nation, I mean, kind of shocking them in a quick second there over towards Cat. There just wasn't enough of a defense there for BreakThru on A.
Yeah, I do feel that the way they kind of manipulated this Cat area is they put early pressure, pulled away, broke that trip to keep rotations from happening early, and then they pounce. As soon as a gap opens up or as time starts to run low and they think, okay, BreakThru have made adjustments, there should be no one Cats, and there's only one. Thief had backed away, putting Fly in a typical spot, and just to wrap things up, it's taken through a great paranoia. And now the Nation still buys for back both of these sides. As close as you can get again. The Nation looking for 7 here. Because you want to go into that defensive side with confidence. They beat the Dark Ratio, they've dominated. Thumb on both halves. Brock looking for damage, has literally got Brax on 3 HP.
Yeah, it was so good. Sim might be looking to finish it off, but with an op? That's a little risky. Brax is backed up enough, but he might actually get some timing onto Sim. The alarm bot was there. Almost a perfect setup for Brax, who could have gotten a kill with single-digit HP.
And it's a different look here from BreakThru that we have seen from them. It's one trip towards mid, but now a Proto is playing on the A site. They're leaving Sim to anchor this op in hopes of funneling them into the A site, but I think the Nation have a different plan. They know Sim is aggressive. They know they need to clear him. And Sim, it's hunt or be hunted. He has the op, and he's prowling.
Is he going to get flashed?
And there's no
He's
dash,
gonna
he
get
can't
flashed
get out.
immediately. Sim waiting for a contact, waiting for a pixel. He doesn't have a dash. Might he be able to run away? Whoa! Flash barely hits him. Sim is able to run away back into sight. He has a second player right next to him. 25 seconds left. There's a player in mid that hasn't gone up to garage. And finally, there's a smoke there to try to get him up. But they're just going to maintain the position. They're just going to maintain the rotation. Here comes the hold. Here comes the big kills from Sim and Brock. Sim and Thief come out for the last 2. But BreakThru do not allow the Nation through a single step onto that B site.
Sim with his early contact in towards B main. And Thief has just been so pivotal with these grab wells. Dropping and slowing and delaying. I mean, the Nation are going for last second execs. And BreakThru are realizing it's a slow default style from them, where in the sense that they're sitting back and not taking space early on. They're putting pressure and peeling away. So what do? They put someone like Sim in an op. Someone that can get out for free in a position where he can do the most damage. And it's on the B site where that op angle can truly shine.
Yeah, out for free, by the way. It was a bit of a foot race for him to get out, but he got out. Now the Nation, one last round to go.
My ult is ready.
They're not exactly going fast and furious. I mean, we haven't really seen any sort of fast play from them so far in this half. But as they take A main for first time in a minute. No contact anywhere else. They finally pulled out that recon bolt in mid.
And again,
nothing.
A Proto is here on this A site. Tripwire ready for Wardell to make the dash.
Could be a wall bang too.
I don't think it'll catch him if he actually goes up and above. Wardell really dash, no star, no gravel to slow them down here, and you're gonna get
one is tripped yet.
2 players going through the trip, and both are on Jenny now.
Do they have any idea? There goes Tig, but do they have any idea about Wardell? But Wardell doesn't get a kill from it. This is so scrappy. Sim trying to fight for Wardell, but it's not happening. Wardell's still alive in the back of sight. The Nation have 3 players remaining. BreakThru with a man advantage.
Yeah, but they're coming from 2 different angles. Wardell, one massive shot will cue now the null command for Rossi. And a 3-on-3. Alarm bot broken. They know there's pressure there, but they don't know how many. And Brock still. Odin up top here can find so many wall bangable angles.
They clear the flank, and now they can fully, confidently get into this site. They don't have any smokes. They can't cover off A main, but they're just going into a dry. There goes Wardell. There goes Brax, getting the 2 kills they need. But Brock now in a 1v1 has no idea where the KJ is. Close, but not enough. And the shotgun won't connect onto Brax. Brax hugs the corner and stays alive, ties it going into the second half.
That is 6-6. between these two teams. BreakThru, again, from a 13-1 loss. It felt that morale had to be at a low. They come back here on map number 2, and then on map 3, it's as gritty as you can get. Sim comes online alongside Brock. Finally, Stewie is online as well, and Wardell is starting to show signs of life here. It's a back and forth, very similar to map 2, where the Nation got a very early lead and instantly back. BreakThru respond, and now in this second half, you still need a little bit more from these top 3 players. Stewie in the backseat role with his initiation. Piss around focuses mid here from the Nation. Again, they are adapting. They like to walk down A off of Wardell, but this time around, they're playing this fast rotate towards A and B, similar to what we saw in Haven.
Reminder, the Nation didn't win a single defensive round on this map yesterday. 0-8 against the Silk Road.
That was Haven. It's alright. I get the maps confused. Ascent and Haven, basically the same thing in my opinion.
Yeah, to be honest. I mean, 3 sites, 2 sites. I mean, what's the difference?
Fast take on Debay here. 2 players coming from the Nation. 3 players actually back towards mid. And holy heck, 4 players are watching here towards main. And I think one has a shorty. Never mind, they're going to push into it instead.
Yeah, right on in. Still 2 players in the back line, could be able to defend, but Thief might get it all over towards Cat. The Ghost tapping away, but not able to get the headshots, and Tig hides in the corner, able to get him instead. A 3v3, all 3 players are in the back. Do they expect that? A Proto, 2 players on the other side for a crossfire. Wardell trying to get into Jenny, but do they have any idea about Fire? Fire with 25 HP. Able to get the kill onto Stewie, but not onto Wardell, and Wardell has the defuse.
Just enough time as well. The 3-player look and a huge paranoia, but that comes down to a really big firing range between 4 on 4 players for the side of BreakThru versus 3, and peak late from heaven as well. Wardell and Stewie 2K, iconic way to close it out for them. 7-6, picking up the pistol, and now it's rifles for the Nation, and BreakThru, they've been in this position before. It's about being calm and trying to work the picks. You give a Proto that sheriff, he's gonna find something.
Yeah, something for sure. Don't know if it's a kill, but he'll find something right in the round. We'll see though. BreakThru, they're playing all together, but they're maintaining a Proto. They're maintaining the Sentinels in general on their lonesomes lurking.
You give someone like Sim this kind of space alongside Flya, they're gonna try and wiggle their way into the site. Stewie hasn't had the most brilliant of games here, but he's gonna make quick work of at least 2. And now I think the team BreakThru again. Very similar story to every eco round that they've had is let's look for damage, see what we can get, and try and just move on to the next quickly, which they've been really good at so far this game.
Enemy remaining.
And this is just building that confidence back up for the Nation, because again, Sully, we saw this sort of situation in the last map, and they lost the pistol. They lost almost every round after that. They only won 3 rounds in the second half after tying the first half. This is a decent, different start here for the Nation.
Yeah, much better start as well. To get Stewie 4 kills. Someone that, again, first half a little lackluster, stepped up massive in the second map, but you look at this lineup for the Nation, and it was Rossi and Stewie who were heavy hitters in that second map, and I mentioned it, Wardell, Brax, Tig, nowhere to be seen. Both under 10 kills in the second map, and now Wardell has come alive.
Oh yeah.
Has the Guardian in his hand, and this will be the bonus look for the Nation as they want to try and take Wardell's Guardian skills out towards A main, establish that early control. I mean, see what they can find. A deep B main tuck from Brax. He's going to play off of his turret, and it's a tricky spot because the only contact is the turret.
Yeah, but it might just be a one and done if that's the case. And it might only be one at that point. But no one is actually going towards B main for BreakThru. They're tucking, still doing some cheekiness though. There's a man in line. Yeah, they're tucking into A main here, the Nation. They want to try and make that fight, and that's a lovely paranoia. Rossi trying to exploit the space as Wardell there to try and help. But they recognize it. Sim there to help re-clear with his teammates. And that will be Team BreakThru taking full site control, and given the fact this is a bonus, I think we see the Nation kind of just barreling into the site looking for anything. just water falling out, just trying to find a couple pixels, but instead they are getting found. Flya, able to play whack-a-mole. Couple shots to the head. Getting 2 kills over towards Heaven. It's only 1 here in terms of Brax, but any exit kills here for Brax is massive. That lockdown on the defensive side, so pivotal to have. And he has 5 targets in front of him to try to farm. I have a feeling he wants to find them.
I think the only issue is there's a trip here.
Will he turn the corner before them?
But we'll see if Brax can get anything. I think for BreakThru, though, it's again, Sim being a really big player here, and he comes up big again. Sim has just been on fire these last 2 maps. Comes online in the second map and continues that form here. And I think especially in the second half where you don't really have the best of entries, Sim is, again, 3rd most first kills in this event, leading up to this best of 3. And with the 7-2 first kill first set that he had on map 2, he's carrying that form over, finding first bloods, finding big entries, and giving Sim the opportunity to just explode onto sites. Flya only 1 off the no command as well will be big. And it's the op here for Wardell, taken towards mid.
Well, no, actually, he went back to a Vandal, I think. Back to a rifle, but it doesn't matter. Nobody hitting up that 1v1. BreakThru. Getting control back over in B main and making a whole lot of noise.
This is so interesting. They're playing 3 players around the singular alarm bot.
What?
And putting Faith and Tig to solo whole day. Now they move Wardell over, who does have the operator.
Well known that they're A2.
No command here available now as they pick that up on the fly, and this is where the exec looks. How quick is Wardell to get into Heaven? They spot already Tig.
What?
And the slowdown gives Wardell time to position. A back away now in a full clear of B main. So this is confidence from the nation that this is an A hit. But the knife again clearing. The same knife thrown from mid. And they rework back. The nation.
Good. The knife spotting no one, and it's all 4 pretty much ready and raring to go. Dashing onto the top of Jenny. There's one person in cap waiting for the crossfire, but there's a smoke in his way. Nobody in Heaven able to peek. I mean, the mind games, it works out for a free plant, essentially. Maybe the Hunter's Fury has something to say about it.
Doesn't get any tags, just buying extra seconds.
He should have planted at that point after the 3rd.
A Proto back towards mid, and Thief here with Brock, looking to try and hold towards Heaven. A Shock Dart will split them apart, but its main focus
4 cap.
now for the nation is coming through mid, and there's still a Proto waiting.
Yep, a Proto could come up at any point now, but Tig has the angle, and now it's a 3v5. 2 players in the back of sight, 1 player playing out from main, and it's only 2 remaining. Wardell picks up a big one. Here comes the big swing from Flya. Flya makes the run possible.
Brock!
Brock, are you kidding me?
How does Flya do that again? 15 and 12 and 3 come from something like this. It's magical the way he does it. The spin back, I didn't even know Wardell was there. 1, 2, 3.
Wow!
Makes it just a slight bit more winnable for Brock, and on 10 HP, he's good for them both. And you can see the way both of those players are looking, they're both trying to trade. And the last second flick, Brock already has his aim set. And in a round that should have 100% been the nation's in a 5-on-2.
Ooh, Wardell!
This is now the nation back in it.
The Wardell, he swung all the way up into top mid as a defensive player to get that pick on the B side. BreakThru now trying to go in, still into B. But it's only 3 players, and there's 2 players in the back of B. Looking to do something before
they're doing damage here somehow.
All the impact in the world of the round before. Nate coming out, and Wardell can't do anything other than back up into his spawn. And the site is cleared! The site is cleared out of nowhere. A 5v3 into a 3v2.
A literal bounce back within seconds from the nation. I'm sitting here trying to hype up this crazy play, and instantly Wardell finds one off rip. Hunter's Fury, if they want to try and Hunter's Fury that over in the Wardell spawn. But he does get spotted, and now they know. He only has a Stinger here, and on such low HP, it seems almost improbable that he gets it off.
Yeah, Fly is in a perfect position. Everyone else can just play the contacts for him, and he'll be the cleanup. Tig, 100 HP, allowing Wardell to go out. Maybe they know where Fly is. Tig getting the kill with a Stinger. 2v2, there's a decent amount of time left, but they're not able to find a Proto, and Brock pops out and takes out the last 2. BreakThru. Okay, they land on their feet, at least. but it's still kind of intense. A lot of guns taken away from them, and their cash isn't perfect.
No, and this is the pivotal round for the nation. Loss here puts BreakThru on to 10. Full reset on the nation's side.
Right.
And then we're getting in dangerous territory where it's only 2 rounds to go and BreakThru find 11. And the money mismatch. Brock isn't buying either Flya or Thief. He's just going to hold onto the rifle and play with his Hunter Syria again. And Flya, I mean, he had his ultimate 2 rounds ago. He's only 2 off of it once more. First time we're seeing a workout mid, and Wardell back with the op for the second time around. It's good to find first blood.
I mean, we saw the cheeky attack op, but on the defensive side, a lot more comfortable to say the least. And I have no idea who else is here in Cat now. It's actually Rossi. The KO with a whole lot of util, the hold back to take, and indeed, he's doing exactly that job. A single nade is taking away attention from Cat, and the one-way could help. Rossi now with the wide swing, gonna be able to take down one, but does he know about the second? The Cypher did have the cage, and the cage was popped. Rossi in the back of sight, he has some help.
Does he want to pop the ultimate? There's 50 seconds left, and Rossi
He could.
tucked behind Jenny. Stewie not too far off of this flank. He's got a Proto with his back turn, and Rossi doing everything he can to delay.
Wow! That could have been a full flash, but still, 2 players over to
Did Stewie see him?
With the full smoke, they can't do anything. Here comes a swing. Stewie 2K able to get one, but still a 2v2. And it's a whole lot of pressure now. BreakThru, they have the neural theft. They have the cosmic divide. They're just waiting now.
Kind of know where Proto's angle is. And both players, they should be watching towards you. Nobody up towards heaven. Wardell with the op. Alright, does it clear? A Proto given a chance, and now Wardell. Just the classic and doesn't have much to work with. He has the op, but time is running low.
He has
Wardell
to pick. He has to
has
defuse.
so much pressure on him. He needs a Proto with his back turn! An Op Academy Wardell. A no-scope to the body. And there is just enough time to find 9.
He doesn't need a scope. He doesn't need a right click. Mouse one is all that he needs. Wardell stands up tall again. The professor. Class is back in session. I love it. 9-9. Going back and forth. The nation now barely with a bye. I mean, they were dragged into this round by Wardell, and you could see it. Bulldog, SMGs down the board. BreakThru might have a big round in front of him, but it could be a reset.
And it's so tight between these 2 teams because whoever loses is reset, gives a chance for 11. And Team BreakThru, it's a KO and a KO. Both null commands online, and Wardell not initially spotted, but that's going to shut down all the KJ utility. An instant TP from Tank, and Wardell back for more.
Could get a whole lot more. Still 2 players coming out of main, 1 more player coming out of garage, but there's a crossfire. 2 more
Saw the
players here
barrel.
in B.
They come in a spawn! In a
Waiting for the
spawn!
cage to go down. No!
Spike down. Defenders.
The rush goes in, and now the spike is in spawn. A Proto does get one through the smoke, and will they be able to get the spike at all? KO's not watching. They could actually be able to get it. Wardell not able to get the pick. Spray goes through the wall, and the shock would, yes, should be able to take him down. But what they don't know, 2 players are still here for the nation. KO, not KO, KJ in the back line, alongside the Omen, playing around
the swing!
What a swing! But Tig goes down immediately. Brax playing, dancing, 37 HP, but can't do anything against the flying right click. 1v2.
Made from Rossi. Flash to try and bait that pressure, and they know. They surely do know. Only with a Bulldog, though. And right around the corner is Steve at Proto. He walks. Rossi spotted. 7 bullets left now. Needs something huge. The Odin not too far, but 30 in the bag. And the flash. Will catch one, but he doesn't check. He spins! And a Proto through the box. Saving Team BreakThru. Wow. And that's a 10th round, and now no money for the nation.
Such a clutch spray there from a Proto through the box. I mean, he just doesn't see him. Even if it's only 1 or 2 bullets that he needs to hit, it's still that spatial awareness that takes BreakThru into the next. It's pistols now, Sully.
Yeah, and this is Nation with their backs against the wall. So similar to that second map. They've had 2 successful retakes, 1 in the pistol and 1 with the Wardell no-scope. Otherwise, it's been Team BreakThru over and over. Early pressure. They're switching the setups. Nothing towards mid except for the
That
single
could have helped.
KO. And Wardell not finding anything in the nation. Given nothing by Team BreakThru. They pivot back to the B site, avoiding Wardell in that double up draft.
Right here.
KJ Util able to find everyone essentially from BreakThru on B, but the nation is just another one of those rounds where you just have to bring up the fact that momentum, when it's being built for this team, it gets built up fast.
Hold up.
But here comes the pistols. Oh my goodness, Brax and Rossi able to get 2. That definitely helps them out. Definitely helps the confidence. It helps them out in the round. It's a 3v3. We're even.
And Wardell, who's been so
No one has the
good
cross.
in this third map, really needs to come alive now with these knives. He's really the
Oh,
only
they're
one
waiting
with
for the
any weapon.
reclear.
The dart clears B main. That will give Wardell the confidence to take this space.
Here we go.
Rifle picked up for 1 in Wardell. Only the knives and a smoke. No dash, no updraft.
Oh, that smoke is crazy. They're trying to go
does
for a
TP.
TP. Here comes the double swing. Stewie with a big kill. Thief with a spray. Gets nothing. Take with a drop. Gets another big kill. Rocket a 1v2. Does it again. 11-9 BreakThru. Dodge the miracle from the nation.
Over and over, Brock with his back against the wall. It's something about this man. Plus 101 coming into this series through the event. An insane number. 5 first deaths through 4 best of 3s. And now in this one, he has been untouchable. Leading his team again. Still, more to play as Team BreakThru are still kind of broke. They don't really have too many credits. They've lost every single player almost every single time in these past 3 rounds.
Oh,
And they're still locked down a Hunter's Fury for the nation. A chance
that recon didn't spot Brax.
and a life to live.
Oh, Brax is swinging. Almost able to combo there with the paranoia. But it's just more intensity. It's just more pressure on a round that the nation cannot lose.
Miss shock and a blockdown already primed. And it will come down to those 2 players. Wardell working off of this alarm bot mid.
Look how slow this is. Not a single contact, not a single lurk everywhere else. When have we ever seen this from Team BreakThru?
And I think that drone out mid, it's pulled Tig off site. Just the lockdown here. The knife, the timing needs to come in now. And now Tig needs to arrive.
Wow.
But it's Brax alone. This lockdown is so vulnerable.
Who has stairs for him? Brax is just holding behind the box. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Brax has it. The lockdown going in. Another light swing. The lockdown should get. No! What a drop! But even then, the nation only have 1 player to face on. They did everything to take down that lockdown. And in the end, it's the nation that uses it like a lamp to a moth.
An
10 to 11.
unbelievable scramble. An unbelievable scramble into that site. A smoke drop by Tig in the front of stairs diverts Sim's point of attack. I mean, if we have a replay, you'll see it, but Sim goes from going to stairs to help his team entry into working in a spawn, and there's the replay. You'll see it here in a second. That smoke pushes
Such a weird
Sim
smoke.
in towards Tig, delaying, buying time. And Brax is able to find 2 there on the site. Huge play coming out from the nation to give us 10 and to reset Team BreakThru.
The nation.
No one towards mid. This is a big switch up. Just an alarm bot to play off of.
I was about to say, but yeah, it's easy that they could play no one mid, right? But they spot the smoke. They spot at least the potential of someone able to lurk. Rossi goes away back into Cat. Doesn't spot Heaven. Where is Sim going with this?
Rossi doesn't know. Rossi has his back turned. He's
How
gonna
can
try
he
and-
impact this round?
Oh, he's playing with the rest of his team. One way up and Rossi
Yeah, but
not
Rossi's
looking,
dead off
not
this.
looking, Rossi.
Yeah. It's
Out
only
and
Cat,
about,
though.
caught
What is
unaware.
this position for Tig? Tig just playing the one way. There's no way that they're going to be able to spot him, but the neural theft gets him. He's not even able to hold on for 2 kills. He's only able to hold on for 0. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That one neural theft shut it all down. The nation had such a cheeky setup, but now it's 2. They have a Hunter's Fury. But they might as well hold on to it for a more possible round. What's the lockdown at here for Brax? He could get a couple frags.
No, he just used it last round. I don't think there's going to be much. Only got 2 off of it as well. So we're looking for a little bit extra from Stewie. Stewie with 1.
They're
Stewie
fighting.
still
They could save for overtime.
an opportunity. Do they? I'm thinking they should, but they might just go for it. A little spray, a little haphazard.
Whoa,
It's a
what's going
2-1-2.
on? What?
And now they're clearing under heaven. He's so far away. It's a Hunter's Fury, but this is all it's going to take. How have they done this?
Gets a hit. Waiting for Brax.
It's a trade back.
It goes down.
No!
Beautiful from Brock.
Match point.
An iconic way to go out. And Stewie tries to trace him back. I think he tags 2 off of this
He
Hunter's
tags
Fury.
2.
The one Hunter's Fury tags 2 players, and that's what makes this possible. Stewie not able to trace it back, and they had the plan, they had an idea. And Brock again for another clutch.
I was doubting on whether or not they would even need it, but now we're going into the next team breakthrough. 1 round away from challengers.
And Ortal, oh my goodness. Out and about wandering is caught again. And Flya, 1 off his null command. And the rest of the nation scrambling in a 4-on-4. Mid left open again, just an alarm bot to watch. With this 5-man approach, a tidal wave coming through onto the A site, ready to submerge these players. Tig in the back of sight. Rossi not too far off, has been excellent, but is he good enough? The nade not enough to slow, and there he goes.
The flash didn't hit him. Tig can play a little more. Will he TP? No, the nade gets him. The nation are down to 3. There's 1 over towards heaven, make it 2 now. And they get the big pig onto Stewie. Only 2 remaining. Rossi tapping away, not able to find any headshots. And Thief might have just sealed it for breakthrough. A 1v4 for Braxton Swag Pierce. The gate is closed on him. The information is taken in. It's almost inevitable now. Brax has to burst out of the smoke, has to burst out and make his name known, but breakthrough have gone through to challengers.
And in such an iconic way to close it, who is it? None other than Brock.